world. But once I pull out there on the track, I'm going to throw my nuts over my shoulder, skinny pedal down, and I'm going to let her eat like an Ethiopian orphan out there at the buffet line. I'll be toting that left front wheel like an astronaut fart coming around the damn corner, man. Let them know it ain't no bitch in my blood. We ain't leave the house, pawn all my granddad's guns, swear out my sister, and sell off all these pain bills to come in second. I can be the coolest guy in the world. But once I pull out there...
You hear what time it is. You hear the energy in the background. We're back again, Sitting Politic. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, show some love. Share this with a friend. Share this with some family. Anybody that likes politics, hip-hop, sports. We get into all kinds of stuff on this channel, and we consistently bring it to you at least every Tuesday. And then every day we drop the daily drops. But we are live with you every Tuesday and some Saturdays. I'm trying to make that a more consistent thing. I got my man Paul here today.
Yo.
Yes, Paul Balcom. Hi. Paul B. Balcom. Balcom B. Paul. Find him on Twitter. Find him on Instagram.
It's that.
I recommend the Twitter. The Twitter is a great follow. This man is hilarious and gets in arguments on the internet religiously.
It helps the day go by.
By the way, these motherfuckers on YouTube. I'm looking up at the screen right now, and I'm not seeing that we're live.
Well,
and
here, I'll bring it up.
Are you live? Is it showing it on there?
Let me.
Yeah, let us know on YouTube if you're watching us.
It's on. It's on.
Okay, we're live.
Fresh.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's good to know. But yeah, we're in the building. Make sure you show some love. Hop in the comments. We're gonna have a bunch of discussions today. We're gonna talk about Diddy. That stuff is crazy. Some of the people connected to that. Is it legit? Is there some kind of conspiracy happening? You know that has to come out anytime anybody's getting taken down for some crazy shit like this.
Whose side is he on?
Was he about to buy MSNBC? Oh, no. We got RFK. He selected a vice president. We're definitely going to get into that.
It wasn't Aaron Rodgers?
It was not Aaron Rodgers. Do you know who it is?
Or am I going to be a lawyer?
Okay, so you know a little bit about it. Okay, cool. We're definitely going to be talking about that. And then Drake and J.Cole, they're in a pressure cooker right now. Kendrick Lamar, his verse that he dropped on the Future and Metro Boomin album. We don't trust you, Cole. So we got a Kendrick Lamar verse on there. Very exciting. He went ahead. He chopped him down. He dissed the two other biggest hip hop names of this era. So, you know, we like to call they've been real. That big three thing has really been getting solidified recently in the media. So
definitely the big three.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could argue with that. There's not really another person you could put in that conversation. They have kind of separated themselves in different ways. So like for example, Kendrick Lamar, somebody isn't gonna I'm not gonna say he's not gonna do fanfare because stuff like this is kind of his way of doing that, but he's built his audience based off of the artistry, the craft of hip hop.
Just like water.
Yeah, moments like this is where you get reminded how tapped in he is to the culture of hip hop, because this is really what it is, competitive music. And yeah, but I mean, I'm excited to see what Drake and J. Cole end up saying, but we'll get into that a little bit more here down the line. Another thing I wanted to go ahead and show to y'all, because some of these I have to hold, because like I said, YouTube is bullshitting with your boy. So one of the reasons I was kind of it says there's people on there now.
Bullies.
Yeah, they're being big dummies. They're being big dumb bullies. I want to go. Now, be honest. How many times have you wanted to do that?
I don't want to run anyone over ever.
Not even a motorcycle.
No,
list.
Maybe when you're sitting there and you're in a fucking line of 85 cars and you just see this bike just like walking by you, you want to open the door and be like, "Fuck off!" Okay,
oh, dude,
stay here, stay behind my door.
Walking by you when you're gridlocked and they just go flying in the middle of cars.
That's worse. I was trying to be polite.
There's few people that piss me off on the road more than
assholes.
Motorcyclists. Yeah, I have
safe bikers are my friends. The other ones,
I don't. But the thing is, it's be safe for you. You're the one fucking outside right now.
I win that battle 10 times out of 10.
10 times out of 10.
Like you're never gonna beat me in that battle.
Well, you could both lose.
Well, that's true.
There are times when it's I don't know if you'd say a draw, but yeah, they're not winning. They're not fucking winning. Him or his fucking lady on the back seat.
It's just like the people who drive cars around semis and big trucks and fucking.
That's true.
And it's like you're being an asshole for everybody else involved, because that trucker's now probably having a fucking heart attack because he doesn't want to kill you, but you're going to fucking kill somebody, and then yourself, and then maybe the ricochet kills me. Okay.
I will say Bills, which you guys have seen on here a bunch of times, go follow his Twitter Saturday night without the A.
Yeah.
You know, without the A.
No way.
And no I believe. So yeah, go check him out though. Great follow there as well. His Instagram is pretty crazy from time to time. And but yeah, no, his driving. I don't know if have you ever driven in a car with him? Oh my fucking God, bro. He has a death wish.
I don't want to.
I tell him, I'm like, bro, I have a family. I have a family. I want to live. Yeah. One time we drove down to Miami, me, him, and Kent. And Kent literally was like, I'll never, ever, ever drive in the car with him driving ever again.
Dude,
and the whole time he was in the back seat. Oh Lord. Yeah. No, it was like that. I was trying to be a soldier for him, to be honest. It was scary. But yeah, no, man, he get right up it like behind a car. And for me, I have paranoia that they're gonna slam on their brakes and fucking sue me on purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom had a friend back in the day. He told me about his father. He said his father used to live off that. Literally driving around the city and just like you get too close behind them, lawsuit. Ooh, not working this year.
Hey, you know, I don't condone that, but
guess who just got a 12-month vacation
at the same time? You know how many times I want to brake check motherfuckers?
Oh,
me,
sure.
I get mad. I start throwing my hands up so you can see, like, hey,
do you get emotional in the car,
buddy? Like if you want to handle this, we can.
Oh, shit.
Like get off me. Okay,
yeah.
Because again, you're endangering everybody involved.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, we have an obligation to get to our place safely.
The people right behind you, that is some shit to piss you off.
It's like, man, chill. So, and again, it's like, listen, I'm going 85 in the left lane trying to pass people. Let me pass them, and then I'm going to respectfully get over. And then you can do your 95, 100. Nice. You can fly.
I'm their worst nightmare because I might stay in that left hand lane and say fuck them. Well, I mean, honestly, and not even if it is fuck them, I might just do that just regardless.
You liberal over here.
I always lean left.
I just I don't want to piss nobody off.
Right. Well, I mean, for me, it's like
I don't want to be the stand on somebody's day.
It really depends. If it's a busy, like for me, I don't like to switch lanes like that. So yeah, if it's not necessary and you're in that much of a rush, go the fuck around me to the right.
I do feel that though. Again, if you're being an asshole, I'm not going to.
And I'm not
going to move you being an asshole.
Yeah, I'm still going fast. I'm like, bro, we're passing everybody. Chill out. Yeah,
like
you have to go 100.
I'm saving you a ticket.
There you go. It'll be me. It'll be me that catches the brunt of this. Have you ever been pulled over with people?
No.
Okay.
That would piss me off.
I know a few people that's happened to.
I've been pulled over and told I was going to speed when I know that I had my cruise set at a different number. And I'm like, no way. And it's like, all right, well, that again, 19, I didn't know what I could fight, what I couldn't fight. But
well, to be fair though, you can, at least in cars I've had, you can go over the speed limit in cruise and still stay in cruise. It's just, you can't hit your brake or anything like that. But so basically, if you have your cruise set at 80, you can speed up to 90 for whatever reason, and then let go of the pedal, and it'll bring you back down to 80, in my experience. So maybe, I don't know. You're probably right. You probably didn't do anything.
Listen,
I say,
I'm never wrong.
Fuck the police. You know what I mean? Whatever. But brother, you never know. I mean, I will say some bikes. I wanted to say, as far as getting pulled over, my woman, she got pulled over one time with like 3 or 4 different people. All of them pulled into this parking lot. That couldn't be me, because once one person's pulling over, I'm like, that's them. They got them. I would just assume.
See him.
I guess I'm good. They pulled over the person. But yeah, one time she got pulled over. They all got tickets. I'm like, damn, that cop he probably got a fucking standing ovation when he came back.
Buddy, he got 3 days off. he got a long weekend.
No, he hit his fucking quota. But I'm not gonna lie, with motorcyclists, there has been a few times they've driven me. I'm not gonna say to the point to where my guy, this hero.
That's a piece of shit.
You know what I kind of wonder? What if it's
that is attempted murder?
Part of this makes me think he just wanted to get out of traffic, and he's like, "Well, fuck that, I'll run them over."
Well, I feel like did the one guy yell like, "Get out of your car"?
Oh, I didn't hear that, but that's possible. He is kind of like they are talking, so I'm just kidding when I say that he's just trying to get out of traffic. Oh yeah.
He didn't I mean, the guy pulled a gun. Then
well, they're chasing you now. Now you got all of them.
Oh my God, you're done. You better go. You better now put those driving skills to the test. Yeah. Every fucking second of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Better come out right now. And I hope you do it first person. I hope you're not.
Do you drive home or to the police department?
I don't know. Yeah. That's a good question.
Well, I mean, you're risking it. If they end up actually following you home, you might get your house burned down.
You're not.
Yeah.
Might.
Yeah, you probably are going to get your house
Okay,
burnt down.
you're definitely going to have someone break into your house at night and beat the fuck out of you in bed.
Right, and rightfully
I mean,
so.
right. You try to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go straight to the police station. Okay, run into it. Okay, plead insanity.
Yeah.
All right.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, you're going
that,
to the next level. You're saying go in there and fucking confess.
Hey, listen. Hey, in that moment, I was insane. I blacked out. Okay, hey, listen, if you're in Florida,
yeah, I think
it might fly.
I was scared.
It might fly. No, for real. That's they deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah,
for sure.
But it's tough with these videos. I mean, you shouldn't do that. It's tough with these videos though, because you never know when it was turned on. So when people are like, "Get out of your car," what was taking place before that to escalate the situation to where now this person, I mean, it's not. That's what I'm saying. You can't excuse that, but you can look at the entire situation and say, maybe there's more context here to where it's not, like I said, not excusable, but you could kind of understand a little bit better that this person might have genuinely been afraid for their life. I mean, they're surrounded by motorcyclists. For some reason, they're telling them to get out of their car. I don't have enough faith in a fucking motorcyclist to say that this person antagonized them in any way. They are fucking ready to have a problem with somebody.
I feel like it. I've
been flipped off by motorcyclists more than anybody. I've been in matches with motorcyclists.
I feel like there's already a macho complex. It's kind of like, it's like a jacked up truck where it's like, oh, look at me.
Well, and there's probably is legitimately a
alcohol involved.
Well, a heightened level of anxiety and things like that around. They
on a bike?
Yeah, they're outside.
Sure.
It's like when you get upset in the car, it's normal because you're at a heightened level of like awareness and everything.
Yeah.
So you're extra emotional. Like something happens for real, they could kill you. So you're like, watch where the fuck you're going, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, for a motorcyclist, I can't even imagine that experience.
Yeah.
Because
that's why I would never be on one.
Fuck no. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Last week I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I think I'm just getting old.
I don't want to die.
I'm like, let me think of shit. But no, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, this is another example of ganging them outside.
Dude,
so yeah,
those fast ass scooters.
Yeah, they're gas powered.
That's scary.
That is
like you're talking about like one wrong lean.
Oh, bro. Yeah. I had
life.
Back in the day, I had these. Well, I didn't have them. My cousins had them, these electric scooters. And whenever we go over there, we'd all be riding on them and shit. Oh my God, so many times. I actually told, because with my kid, I'm like, I will never ever do that, because I can't believe my parents allowed that shit to happen. I was in 3rd grade and I was on an electric scooter just riding around like the neighborhood, and there's many times, just fucking around where I'd be like, and then by the grace of God, straighten that fucking scooter out. Literally by the grace of God. I have no fucking special driving abilities, but I never actually wiped out. Yeah, well, I mean, and they're dumbasses having those fucking vehicles and giving them to your fucking kids. I actually did have one of my cousins did end up flipping that shit, fucking his whole face up. I remember being there. He came back home. His family's freaking out. I mean, I'm not thinking this at the time. I'm thinking this now, though. Yeah, you give a fucking 15-year-old a go-kart. What the fuck do you think he's about to do with it?
Yeah.
He might have been younger than that. He might have been younger than that. And his friends.
Again, it's fun. I like being from here.
Bro, fuck no. And also, this was New Jersey. It wasn't here.
Yeah. Well, being from here, like growing up, not now with how fucking many people here, but back when I was younger, it was like a rite of passage for a lot of people that like that's what all you do. You ride 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, go-karts, all that, like way up on 17, all that shit. And it's like, and I wasn't allowed to ride them. I would with my friends, like at their house, but almost every family, I will say this, almost every family that we grew up with that had them in their family, like ATVs and shit, and their kids would ride them, at least one kid got injured,
seriously hurt,
severely hurt, or killed. Like, it's not even like, like bro, I think there were like 5 kids growing up around in like the Pop Warner organization, like just around that, like you heard, like, oh my, okay, he passed on like ATVs. And then the amount of people I know, 30 years old.
Yeah, you said just say he passed on an ATV?
Oh, there were a few,
died?
Multiple kids,
Holy fuck, you said injuries.
No.
I guess that counts.
I'm saying it goes all the way. I mean, there's a kid who again lived 3 streets away on his dad's dirt bike going down, hit a park because like he lost control, hit a parked van, went through it. And
he went through the van,
dude, ripped every like ligament in the shoulder, like was hanging on by one like little thread. He's still now he survived.
Holy
but
shit.
He can't use his arm. And it's like dude, he was
Oh
like
my
12,
God.
like
All
12
right,
years
well,
old.
I'm sorry, I gotta show that. This isn't appropriate, but this is the best segue I could ever have for this. I'm sorry. You just said finish what you're saying, but I have a video for this.
So it's like I don't know, like, and then when motorcycles at 30, and I don't know like how many you know, but like I know a lot of people now that have passed away through motorcycle accidents. And it's like, man, it is. I get it for something like, oh, listen, like wanting the breeze. It is fun. It is kind of like thrilling. Yeah. But man, it's dangerous, man.
And it's just something different, man. Don't you get tired of the same old?
Yeah, and then people don't take it seriously.
Home every day.
So sometimes if you're a serious biker who takes it serious, I have no problem. Like enjoy your life.
Yeah. But a lot of you guys riding around like fucking dumbasses expecting that we should just fucking roll out the red carpet on the road that we're all sharing together. Fuck you. And actually pay attention to what you're doing.
Right.
And get the fuck out the way. No.
and police your own. Like when you see jackass bikers, fucking call them out. Like police your own, man, because they're only doing it to be cool. And if everybody in their little group in their group, I won't say little group, that's kind of sending, but like in their group,
your little fucking club that you have,
where you guys meet up at racetrack at 8:30 on a Saturday morning,
take the fucking 9 of the bumps you fuck.
but no, like for real, if they all were like, hey man, like we don't appreciate that, I'm pretty sure they would like conform with their group. Well, it's kind of why they're like part of it at 38.
Well, at least you would have, they would probably have some kind of like grace towards that person, where I think there's like an adversarial kind of relationship between the drivers of the road of cars and then motorcycle. At least that's what it seems like from their perspective.
Right.
I'm taking it there because this is how I personally feel out of from my experience. That fuck you guys, but I'm saying most people really don't feel like fuck you guys and don't want to hurt, and I don't want to hurt you guys either. But it's like, I don't think that the adversarial kind of like nature comes from the side of the people that are driving cars. It comes from the people that are motorcyclists that are on edge and feel like people are dumbasses that drive cars. No, you are a dumbass. You're driving a fucking bicycle with a motor on it. What the fuck? You're stupid. Sit in the fucking chair. Sit in a chair, a fucking recliner in a car. Okay, we have those now. Like, come on,
with cooling and heating seats.
Jesus, yeah. And the music, I hate when those motherfuckers are playing music loud too. I'm like, bro, come on, do we all have like that's really disrespectful.
Can you even hear it while you're driving?
Literally, no. Come on.
I will say, I am shocked that Honda Accord actually was able to get over it. That was not to say something positive.
If you guys are just tuning in
by Honda,
no, if you guys are just tuning in, go back and see what we're talking about. There was a Honda Accord that ran over 2 people in a motorcycle. And yeah, I was, and it's not a new one. It was a pretty like early 2000s model. So I mean, and I want to say the motorcyclists were late to, because you could have. It took them so long to get over the guy. You could have pulled the motherfucker out of the car. Although maybe you wanted them to get over your people completely before you went ahead and did that.
Well, hopefully nobody was killed in the process of that.
You know what? I don't. If anybody got killed, I'm sure it was a driver. I doubt that what he did killed those people on the motorcycle, I imagine. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, definitely could have. There we go. This is Scooter Life. Oh, shit. Guys, we just got hit by a Jeep, guys. That's how Paul really fucking lived that. You lived the life of that guy.
Buddy,
your life flashed before your eyes.
Whoa, I don't know, call it whatever it is wrong with my brain, but I get like really immersed in what I'm watching.
That was a 3D movie.
And buddy, that was quick.
Paul, is it okay if anybody books it? I think I might have hit a non-moving car. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that car might not have moved. Yeah, and I'm gonna also assume that when I first watched, I was like, "Damn, they got hit by a car." But now I'm seeing that I think they hit a non-moving car, which still sucks.
I don't like it.
Scooters on the road, fuck no. And like I said, I already told you guys my whole story about scooters. It was I shouldn't have been there. But then I didn't get half my face torn off and look like Two-Face like my other cousin that was riding the go-kart. So yeah, like I said, you get a fucking 13-year-old with it. Also, they're the kid in the neighborhood that has that, and they ride with their friends. I'm pretty sure he got in a fucking accident with another kid. Now you gotta go explain to their parents why you're a dumbass and make stupid decisions.
My uncle bought his son a go-kart and side-by-side and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like now he's 14. Like all right, but like he was like 12 at the time, and dude,
damn,
to the point where I would not really let Parker ride with him because I'm like, no. I'm like, especially him.
You
like,
get too confident.
And that kid is like, affluenza.
Yeah.
Like in like life, there is no consequence. And like he's a type that you're kind of scared, like he might try something to see what the outcome would be.
Yeah.
So
see if you can feel something.
Well, what wound up happening, fast forward a little bit, his my aunt, my uncle's wife, but yeah, her brother's kid was hanging out with him riding. Fucker flipped the goddamn thing.
Yeah, man.
Broke the kid's arm.
Damn.
And it's like, yep, that's exactly what I'm
That's
talking about. And yeah, because he was wanting to do donuts. And it's
Sure.
like, you're not good enough to do donuts.
Dude. Well, yeah, you don't even know what you're doing. You're
don't know what
just
you're
filling
doing.
it out.
You're a child.
You're trying, yeah.
And it's
did
like
somebody show you how to do that?
No.
Like, come on. Probably
No.
not. Yeah, no, I feel you. I think that
Here, kid, drive.
it gets to a
You don't
position
know how to drive.
where you just feel more and more confident, because I mean things don't happen more times than not, so you start to feel more confident, and just like driving at a certain point, you know, you feel like you got full control over that bitch, but in reality so many things could go wrong. And for a kid, yeah, dude, I was also like, I don't know exactly when I started riding four-wheelers, but I rode four-wheelers for a long time. And I did some crazy shit that just thinking back, I'm like, bro, if I would have hit a rock, it would have flipped that shit. I mean, I was redlining the motherfucker,
Right.
and nobody was around. Because I mean, we would just go camping and we'd bring the four-wheel. It was dope. Don't get me wrong, amazing experience. That's what's tough. Because on one hand, when it goes well, it's an amazing experience. In some ways, it can be transformative if it's used the right way, like as a bonding experience. I had a lot of great bonding experiences with my dad in those kind of situations. But in reality, like I've said, for me, there were times I was so confident I was redlining that motherfucker, racing people, and we're just this wasn't a place made for this. It's just dirt roads. It's like there's a big ass rock I didn't see it hit easily. Could have flipped my shit, landed on my neck, dead. Nobody even around to fucking tell anybody what happened.
No, and that's how it happens. Is a lot of these kids, like a lot of the kids that got hurt, they were always on trails with the family or something, and they go around trails and they're blah, 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 and then a fucking tree obviously pops out of where they weren't expecting, and then you hit a tree. Yeah. But my buddy Dylan Shackelford, shout out Dylan. Yeah. But he would ride. He had him in the back of the neighborhood. He had a little purple and yellow Banshee, and I remember, we would ride it like fifth grade, like fifth grade. He's in fourth grade. I'm in fifth grade, and we're riding it. And I was sitting on the back we'll be doing wheelies down down the fucking street, and then we were doing it like through the grass. And there's this big ass like ditch that ran like for obviously rain overflow. Yeah. But we were going, and I remember like going through the ditch on the wheelie, and like the back of my head's like hitting the ground. And it's like, and like that's when it clicked to me. I'm like, oh, like this is like dangerous.
Oh, you guys didn't wreck it though.
No, it's just he was good. He's fantastic. Dude, really good. Like really good.
He's still with us, which is
he's still with us. That's great. Lineman. He's a lineman.
Oh, okay.
No pipe.
Nice. So hero, in other words, you know, whenever the fucking hurricanes come around.
You know, why aren't HVAC? Why as an HVAC tag? How are we not heroes? You know,
it's hot all the time.
And not only that, like, listen, during every pandemic or whenever the shutdown, guess what doesn't stop? Your air conditioning, okay? And then you always need
stop for us. No, we lost electricity.
Yeah, but come on, when it came back on.
Brother, that shit wasn't working though. Like we needed the fucking true hero, the pole man, to get up there and get the shit moving.
Well, you guys are useless. Didn't do shit. It was only Pike.
I had an AC man. I had an AC man living with me. They fucking useless. Okay? We were waiting for the electric. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, when the electric came back on, extremely useful.
Pandemic.
Nah, he wasn't useless either. I don't want him to. I don't want to hurt his feelings on that one.
Pandemic. We weren't essential workers.
Yeah. Oh, AC men were.
Tradesmen were not.
Why? So were you? You were just out of work?
No, we were working. We just worked. We didn't get no fucking no thank yous, no write-ups on the paper. We didn't get no free fucking shit. We didn't get no
I was
checks.
an essential worker. I didn't get anything extra.
Well, some people did.
I would like to know. Well, I mean, I know people in like hospitals and shit.
Right. Appreciation work.
But I mean, I'm
like, you know what? I'm out here.
Well, bro, I did all
going in people's homes, risking my life with COVID.
All I got was a piece of paper from the state which said like, hey, if this person gets pulled over, give this to the cop that says you're an essential worker.
I didn't get that either.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm saying that's all you missed out on from my perspective.
You know what?
But,
At least it's something. Okay, bro, we're the most forgotten people.
I was sitting there thinking, why the fuck am I risking my life selling weed to motherfuckers right now? This is insane. Yeah, literally. Like at that time, think about it, we look back at COVID as it was bullshit, but as it was going, we were like, bro. Okay, either way. But I mean, still, I'm saying, like, come on. Well, yeah, it was legally because, like I said, the state had to give me the stupid ass fucking note to say, yeah, fuck your family. We need you to go risk your life and possibly catch this disease.
Yes,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't get nothing for. I didn't get no paper, and it's like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
I think they
I'm
probably
out here 50, 60 hours a week.
Well, bro, I think you maybe
ass.
shouldn't have been working. Like you guys probably, I mean, in Florida, you probably had no leg to stand on. But in other states, you guys probably, like if you're not deemed an essential worker, I think y'all were supposed to stay home.
Well,
right?
Maybe.
I mean, I think that was the whole point of it.
I don't know. Florida.
I think that's what I'm saying.
Follow those rules
and also not to throw any shade on any business owners, but also whoever's running your business probably didn't want to miss out on that fucking money. And a lot of businesses went out of a lot of places went out of business because of that.
Or you know how many bosses got mad at you for getting COVID? And it's like, motherfucker, but you had me going. Yeah. I just went into fucking 38 homes this week.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like, yeah.
You're already risking it.
And you know how many of these people didn't believe in it? And it's like, so yeah, all right. Go out to South Gulf Cove where it's just literally as you're driving down Gasparilla, there are Trump billboards and businesses that just advertise Trump in their billboard. And it's like, yeah, they didn't believe in COVID.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so they were sick, dude. You had people, I'm sick, but it's not COVID. And it's like, no, it looks like COVID.
Yeah, it's COVID. I don't want to get too far away from this because, well, we already had we are a little far away from the segue as this. You mentioned somebody that had like all their ligaments torn out of their shoulder and couldn't use one of their arms. Yeah, bro, it's half shredded.
Two arm.
I was thinking. See, at first, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be the bad person that you guys already, I'm sure think I am. At first, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why? Honestly, but. You mentioned the situation that you mentioned, and I had come to that conclusion after the fact. I don't know if that's the case with this guy. I imagine he's not just working out one arm just to see. Yeah, at first I was like, what the fuck? That's what I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Or I was like, is this? No, you mentioned what you mentioned, and
right there when he's trying to box, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that thing don't move.
Yeah, after about the fourth time watching this, dying of laughing.
Okay. So if he squared up with you.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'll rip his fucking dead arm off his fucking body and beat him with it. But that thing's barely hanging on as is. I wonder, so it's his legs too. So I wonder if it's like, let's see. I'm kind of curious.
Nah, he got his leg shredded.
His other leg? Yeah. Less though, right?
I think he's good. I just think that one arm go
in the thigh and really check this out.
I don't know how, but
brother, I mean, every day I get reminded by these. I mean, I need to get my shit together. I got two working arms over here, and I have none of the pack.
Yeah, yeah. Every time you think about it, just kind of your body's like. Nah.
Well, but the thing is, for all of those guys,
I'm pickleballing. That's my shit right now.
That's what you're doing.
Hey man, we've
get in shape.
We've been pickleballing. It's been fun.
I don't even know what the fuck pickleball is, to be honest. I've heard of it, but I don't know how you play it or what it is.
It's exciting.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you fucking want to tell the people exactly what pickleball is?
I mean,
it can't be that you're like, I don't want to spend any time talking about it, but it's super exciting.
All right. So you got, it's like tennis and ping pong. Yeah, ping pong. Kind of like mixed on a condensed tennis court. You got to serve the ball, diagonally, bing, and to the box, right? White line box. And then after that, it's kind of just game on. And you just kind of hit the little wiffle ball back and forth with the kind of larger ping pong paddles.
Was it? And you play with like your wife and stuff?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Her brother, cousin. Nice. And I mean, shit, we did 2 days this weekend. It was probably 11 hours combined.
Damn. Yeah,
it's a lot. It was a lot of pickleball. Yeah, fucking her aunt from Chicago came down just to play because in Punta Gorda we have it's called a pickleplex. There's like 28 courts.
Wow.
At FSW. And it's on the weekends, it's free from 12 to 10. But if not, you got to pay $10 a person.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not paying $10 a person or $225 for the year.
Not to play fucking.
But it is fun. It's a lot of fun. But it was I guess it got big during the pandemic. And then a lot of people were blowing knees and tearing Achilles. A lot of old people and just out of shape people. So you
I don't want to hear about that shit happening to you, brother. You need to fucking get your stretches.
Yeah, I stretch. They make fun of me. I'm like, no,
absolutely not. Yeah.
Lauren, I spat her ankles. Go there and
do what?
Spat her ankles up.
The fuck is spat mean?
Spat with tape. Like
okay, got you. Yeah. Okay, got you. Yeah.
Spat her ankles up. Because I do it for flags. So she's like, why don't you do it out here? I'm like, I'm all right. And then
so you don't even do your own. You're just doing hers.
no, yeah, I'll do hers. And then after the first time, she was like, oh, now I see why. Because it's like, yeah, I don't play football without spat. It's like, dude, your ankle feels so much more secure.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah, so I mean, it's a little serious, man. Paddles are, you got to get a good paddle. Gotta make sure you don't got none of them wooden shits. Make sure there's a good sweet spot. If you're stronger, you don't want a heavier paddle. No, you do want. I think you do want a heavier paddle. See, I don't know that far. Yeah, I'm just learning, man. I've been in this game for a month and a half.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
No, I mean, balling every weekend.
It sounds kind of similar to like it's sort of similar to. They got a handball court in Northport. Not exactly like that, but yeah. Love that. That shit gets intense.
Okay, so did you play as a kid? Was it wall ball or handball? The one where like you have the ball, you throw it against the wall, whoever gets or whatever. Like I don't remember. Like you have to like somebody has to line up on the wall and get pegged by the ball.
Oh yeah. Definitely did that a little bit. Not too much to be honest.
A game as a kid. I don't see kids.
There's just fucked up game. All kinds of just throwing rocks at each other and shit. That was just stupid as shit.
Red Rover was like the best game.
That was great, but I feel like that was less dangerous than those. Like
throwing rocks at each other. It just proved you could really, if you really had a good teammate next to you, and you can really just shut people down and be like,
us,
learn where you're at,
tried us,
you can't break these arms.
Let's see here. Oh, okay, this one right here. Let's show. Actually, this would probably be a better way to start.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Neighborhood.
That's why I need to be here.
This is Paul's neighborhood. Don't I tell you every single week?
Has she been in like multiple videos? Does she just go around doing this?
I think I feel
like I've seen her before, and I don't know my ears are ready for this because she's high pitched.
If that's the case, she's fooling me because every time I see these, I think they're different people. If this has been the same lady every week, let me know. Maybe I'm like I just keep on sharing her videos.
Play it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're mid scream, so get ready, guys. I did turn it down a little bit though. There you go. There you go. There you
Sounds
go.
like a teacup.
Yep. Now this is Paul's neighborhood. If anybody was wondering, this is where he lives.
Yep, that's where I frequent.
You need Jesus, man.
You need Jesus.
I like this part though. He's like,
he can save you. He can give you a new heart. God can give you a new heart so that you love what God loves. No, that's irrational.
I like the
sincerity.
I didn't take it as sincerity. I think that's like how you insult when you're working in like retail, how you insult customers. God will give you a new heart. A new heart. Yeah. You can know how to love and not be a hateful bitch. I hate this woman.
I love it, dude. Because he went there to instigate.
Yeah,
I mean, he found the right one.
He did find the right one. Here, I'll mute it for you guys. So you guys don't have to go through hearing her fucking scream again. It does look like there is a literal rainbow crosswalk.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're going there to preach the gospel, you're probably falling on deaf ears a little bit.
Now, is this in Chicago? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
So oh man, what is that? Yeah. Oh my god. Boys Town? Is that, I think that's what it's called. So okay.
Shit. All right.
So again, Wise family.
So you don't look crazy right now. Right?
Yep, look it up. So Wise family lives in Chicago.
Okay.
Went to Chicago. We visit like every other summer. So we go. Nice. So we go up. We're going around. We're going to head to Wrigleyville from the pier. So through her aunt Sonia goes, "This is called Boys Town or whatever," and it's like the gay neighborhood.
Okay.
In Chicago.
Okay.
And dude.
So there is another Boys Town. But it's in Nebraska.
Oh yeah, I don't know, or it might be something. Just look at like gay neighborhood Chicago.
By the way, the mission statement of this like organization called Boys Town. So funny. We're gonna immediately go after this to like just a gay neighborhood that's called Boys Town. So see how faith and a helping hand can pull a child out of darkness and into the light. 83% of every donation goes directly towards helping kids since 1917. I mean, they had this name for a long ass time too, brother. I don't know. Chicago might be in trouble.
See, there it is, Chicago.
All right, so this is by the way the North Halstead neighborhood. Probably referred to as Boys Town, like by homophobes of the city.
So yeah, probably. I guess so. And I unknowingly,
let me show you guys. Actually,
unbeknownst to me.
Well, maybe not though. At the same time,
but there was this like boutique store that would do it in the window was just bondage and sex toys, and it was just like, well, that was very out there, and I'm like, all right, well, yeah, this is home.
So yeah, this is home. So
and then you pass that and you go to Wrigleyville and it's just like all bars. And
it's close.
And Wrigley Field. Oh yeah, it's like they're the two like boom.
Damn. So North Halstead, also known as Boys Town. I don't know, maybe not. It may just be what's known as in general. Is one of the most country's inclusive LGBTQ communities and the oldest officially recognized gay neighborhood in the United States. So there are gay neighborhoods legitimately, aside from just like unofficially. I guess there's an official.
Could you imagine you accidentally moved there?
Could you imagine you live somewhere already and somebody comes through and they're like, yeah, this is gay as fuck. Stamp.
They put a flag down. This is now our neighborhood.
Well, that might not even that might not even be as bad as the city showing up and saying like, yeah, no, this is officially recognized as a gay neighborhood. Yeah.
If you're gay, you live here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the most accepted ghetto, like where they just kind of like boop, and it's like, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what we want.
But they make so much fucking money and shit. They make it nice as fuck.
Inclusive.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting because it does say inclusive countries, inclusive LGBT. So if it's not including straight people, is it inclusive? I mean, I guess that's fine if
that's reversed. But
it's fine if it
care.
doesn't.
I don't care. Listen, have what you want. I might live there anyways. You know, I don't have to be gay.
Whatever. No, just experiment.
You're not going to get beat up.
That's on you. Yeah, true.
Okay, that's true. You're not gonna have problems.
Well, I mean, until you get mugged by somebody and they don't want your wallet.
Man,
it's known for its welcoming vibe. So there you go. Did you go? You went here. You said
okay. No. Well, we went to Wrigley, but we drove through it.
Oh, it was only drive. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean
nonstop. So they have nonstop nightlife, LGBTQ owned businesses, and excellent dining options. It's also the center for some of the Chicago's. They probably have great coney dogs. I imagine Chicago's most popular events and festivals.
Nice, good old Polish sausage.
Yeah. Uncut. Dance the night away.
Disturbing style. I like.
This names some of the places. Insider tips. Stroll the award-winning Legacy Walk.
Tips. That's
I mean, hey,
what a way to phrase it.
This is interesting. Actually, so I had heard of things like this, like neighborhoods that are New York has a famous one. I think it's called like West Village or some shit like that. I've heard people just talk about on podcasts and shit. But I never thought that it was like an official thing. I thought it was just a situation where you have just a high density of gay people that live there. And, it's interesting that there would be a neighborhood actually like this that is officially considered that. So I wonder, I don't know.
I like it.
I wonder what that does for that community. Like, do you have more businesses that, even what you're saying, like there's, and that was that Boys Town, right? Where they had, so there's a business that is kind of like catering to a certain kind of like open sexuality in that way. You know what I mean? Where you have bondage in the fucking window. But yeah, wild. Let's see here. I wonder if those communities would be able to be built more. Because obviously gay people can adopt kids and things like that. And like a lesbian couple could have a kid already. Yeah. But I wonder if because when you're saying like there's bondage in the window, there's obviously you would think that there would be less children in the
now that could be like in a stretch where there were bars. I'm not like it just caught our eye, and it was just funny with all the people in the car like, hey look Glenn, that's your store, and that's my father-in-law, and it's like
Glenn got it. He caught the stray.
He got it. Get it.
Let's see. This might
You're cute. Not you, your boyfriend. How much for him?
Nothing.
Nothing? No. What if I give you $10,000? Can I have him for the night?
You don't have them, no.
$20,000.
Boys Town, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
$1,000 if I can have you for one night. I got up to 100,000 in here.
If you sell my booty hole, I swear to God.
By the way, one red flag here is that the husband's not speaking up for himself at all.
Yeah, why is he not putting that? Just like absolutely not. I guess.
Yeah, get the fuck away from us.
I guess he's open.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay, 300.
300,000? I don't have 300,000. I'll give you 30,000. For $30,000, I could have him
2
for one
nights.
night. 2 nights I could have him for?
2 nights.
Yeah, look,
One
check
night?
check out the money. Real American.
Would you mind?
Do you mind?
No.
But do you swing that way?
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
You'll do it? All right, I'll bring him back here. Here's the money. Come with me. You're mine now. So what are we gonna do tonight?
I need to tell.
Let's go to the club.
Go to a club? All right.
What?
You're cute.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
honey, you need to leave it. You need to leave
Yeah,
it.
it was a red flag for sure when the guy like was just completely quiet.
Bro, and he kept looking at her back, like, are you gonna say yes, mom?
Oh
Like,
man,
but
Hey.
listen, there are guys that are in.
this comment that might interest you.
Oh my, really sold?
I think when he came up offering $10K,
she said $10,000 out.
$30,000.
Do not sell my butthole.
Well, the thing is, she sells you, she gets the money, and then it's up to you to defend yourself
You're
and
right.
find
You know
your way
what?
home.
That way, I'm just an escort, so I don't have to fuck. I can just go on a date.
Well, here I love this place called Boys Town.
Thank you.
Yeah, I bet you come here all the
Damn,
fucking
you know
time.
what, man? All these jokes are not looking jokey anymore.
So yeah, we're going through a little bit of a stretch here.
God dang it,
No, but yeah, 10,000. Like I said, for me, the guy not talking was
bro.
I'm skeptical, but I've come to like just accept that I don't know what reality is anymore. So like I'm skeptical because there's been so many times that there's been videos, pranks, or whatever that have come out on the internet. And they're like, oh, it's fake. It was, people were paid the whole time, whatever. So for this, I question if it's that. I hope it's that. Because I mean,
So
just
he can't. What do you want to do? Want to go to a club? Like,
let's go to a club. We have 2 nights.
Wine and dine, or 2 nights.
2 nights.
So
Her
what
up
is she
in the
doing
night,
though?
Her up in the nights without even asking him about the extra night just lets you know that they have an understanding.
They're probably open where he gets to go. No, diddle daddle, fiddle paddle, and then she
Gives
gets
the whole
to,
pounded.
Yep, and then she gets to go do what she wants, I guess. But there are a lot
yeah.
of cucks out there that I guess are really into this. I've seen it on Twitter. Where
dude.
people are just like fucking
Yeah.
like oh my, I don't want to get it. I guess that's what we do. Okay,
It is
so
what we do.
so I
Yeah,
saw a
get into it.
video. Dude came like wife came home and he was just like, it's like, oh, like she just went and got her first bowl. And it's like, okay. And then he's like, you should have brought home a cream pie. And I'm like, well, no.
Oh
and
my
then,
god!
in the comments,
This man wanted dessert?
and then in the comments, you had guys and they're like, yeah, I like to sunk it out.
Oh
and
my
it makes it
God.
sweeter. And I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
like,
people are fucked up.
I'm like, dude,
oh,
I can't. Like, I don't get it. And Lauren, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome that you're not with that.
and
okay?
as a
Because
woman,
that's some weird shit. As
and
a woman,
how do you even like respect that afterwards?
yeah, how do you
Like,
get in bed?
Yeah, you have this dude fucking. Just mentioned something, so there's another video that's relevant.
Can
But,
you please,
Yeah, how do you even like look a man in the eyes?
who has that conversation first?
Hey guys.
Okay, who brings it up?
Hey, I don't know if you've been seeing what's going on, Jay Spades. I appreciate you for hopping in and give us the lowdown on YouTube because it's kind of been acting a little funny today. So I'd appreciate if you jump in the comments and let me know if there's anything weird.
But who sits down and has that? Who initiates a conversation? Like, hey, sweetheart, listen,
I
really
Yeah.
wish you go and just get pounded.
There was a lady that there was a lady that I worked with many years ago, and she told me that her man was gay. She used to literally shit on him.
And so,
Like be like, yeah, he doesn't please me, and he's an idiot, and he's actually gay and likes men. I'm like, and she's like, I ended up being the beard spot. I'm like, what? God bless you.
now, that's why us on the left, yes, that's why us on the left say just allow them to be fucking who they are growing up
and put them in small towns called Boys Town.
Yeah,
we're not going to call them ghettos because they're nice. We make sure they have coffee.
They have a lot of coffee stops.
They have coffee and sex shops.
But really, I mean, because dude, I couldn't imagine being a woman and being like 38, 40, 35, and then it's like I've been married to someone for 11 years. I've been, doing things with him, and the next thing you know, just comes out like, hey, just so you know, I'm bi or gay. And it's like, well, when did you figure that out? And
as the woman,
how'd you figure that out?
Do you think as the woman, if you're with somebody for that, I'm sure there are cases of that, but like the case that I'm bringing up, what we're seeing, like this case that we just watched, I don't think these ladies are surprised. You signed up for some shit that you were not actually ready for, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Like I said, the case in the girl that I was talking to that I worked with, she definitely was not ready for it. She was like, this is fucked up. I'm very depressed. This is horrible. Not what I would have ever imagined.
Life ruined.
But dude, when he was like, hey, let's have threesomes and I'm going to fucking suck the guy off.
Dude.
That wasn't a red flag.
Dude. Dude,
I had an offer. We don't talk to this day. I had to laugh.
Like 19, and it was like,
hold on, what did you get offered?
Nope,
a threesome with another dude,
with a couple, and it's like, yep, nope.
And then they're like, but part of it is you have to,
yep,
jerk
nope.
me off.
And it's just not. There's just so much to it where it's even like,
yeah.
It's like, at what point do you then like change your mind in the middle of this dude and then shoot me? So it's like, yeah, again,
what? Hold
who
on.
knows?
You thought you were gonna get murdered.
From zero to all of it. Like it's like it's just not on me. Now listen,
funny, that's
God
not
bless
what I was
those.
thinking.
Listen, everybody needs their peoples. Okay,
Oh shit.
that's not me and my wife. Okay,
Thank you for using that coaster, dude. I fucked up.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah, nice.
You know,
Use coasters, guys.
just be kind. Lauren would be like, "Oh yeah, really?"
Oh, you don't use them at home type shit? Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
You know,
You gotta jerk the homie once though.
you gotta drink the homie once. Hey, listen.
Yeah, no, just to know what
one
it feels
time.
like. No, but yeah, bro. The
One hand. Hey, listen. If it's one handed, is it as gay as two?
well, I mean, in this case, if you're,
And is it only gay if you like it?
okay, well, no.
Okay.
I think
Well.
I'm gonna be honest. From my perspective, that is a that's a pretty homosexual act.
Very.
To jerk a man off.
So I used to ask this question in high school a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear it.
What is your number?
Of what?
Cash money.
Oh, okay.
Cash money.
I was about to say, bro, zero, man. I never jerked a dude all of my life.
No, god damn. No, it's about cash money.
Cool. Yeah.
$100,000. No,
To fuck a dude, you're saying?
Just,
Brother, that's not even a question I can honestly answer. It'd have to be something like in the moment where like this guy is getting approached. Because I mean, if I'm not in that situation, I'm thinking with my own principles and ethics, then it's like, well, there's no amount of money. But like in this situation where this guy's getting approached and you have the opportunity, like these people, it's like, hey, $30,000. That in all honesty could change somebody's life, at least temporarily. So it's like when you have that money put in front of you, I understand the concept of what you're talking about. So I get the question. It's a real question. But yeah, I just honestly can't answer it. Cause like I said, if I'm in this position, I don't have the temptation of, oh, I'm going to make $100,000 today. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, when you think about that, how long does it take you to make $100,000?
a year and a half.
All right, brother. So if you had to jerk a dude off,
I think there's more to it. I think
you had to suck his cock.
Not me.
Yeah, and honestly, you might want to be friends with him afterwards because you're like, damn, if you got this kind of disposable income, just pass around.
Yeah,
and then also you find out,
I'll hit you up in June.
Then you find out his name is Sean Combs.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, shout out to P. Diddy, man.
Diddy.
Free him.
Told y'all about that weird fuck.
Yeah, no, he's been on some shit for a long time.
And then we're gonna find out all the murders too.
Oh, like I think we talked about the get him to the Greek shit. That is so fucking wild when you consider like everything that came out about him.
Oh my bro, thank you. Yes, because dude, I was thinking about it like and I'm like, dude, that again. So doing things with the wife, there's playlist.
Yeah.
And then I did not realize.
Okay, all right.
I did not realize I had a song on there.
Doing things with the wife. That went over my head.
Where R. Kelly was featured on the song.
Okay.
And it's like, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta take that off. Did you
have to stop what you were doing, or
no? Honestly, it didn't register with me. I was busy.
It didn't affect it that much.
Okay, I didn't hit it until we were in the car, and I'm like, oh, this is on. And she's like, yeah, you didn't hear that? And I'm like, no.
My boy hit another gear when he heard R. Kelly. They were kind of. She was wondering what happened. Who's this man?
But it's like it ruins it. So does this now ruin fucking Get Him to the Greek because that character that P. Diddy's playing ain't a character at all? That's just him?
Well, it doesn't ruin it as much as it makes me like it does make me kind of skeptical around everybody involved in the movie. Like, how was this character written? Like, is this character, and why pick P. Diddy? Was it completely random? Maybe that's the case. Or was this a character written because people involved with the movie were aware of P. Diddy's lifestyle and predatory behavior for real? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And they were like, well, there is a way that we can make this funny. Yeah. And I mean, I did laugh.
Or he's just a big music producer. So put him in. He wants to. He's P Diddy. He's going to do his own. He's going to ad lib or whatever. And then that's just he just played himself
because he's not an actor like that. So I doubt that they gave him.
I doubt himself. He wasn't even a good actor in it. But
yeah, I doubt that they gave him the freedom to just completely, ad lib however he wants. When he just doesn't have that kind of like gravity in that industry. You know what I mean? He's not like a well-established actor or something. Sure, in the studio, if he wants to come in and start, moving shit around, you're probably going to respect it. But I think when like people like P. Diddy or people that are just like artists, when they get an opportunity to cross over into like film, one, usually they're super fucking thankful because it's a huge step. But go ahead.
I was saying like if it was more of a serious role, but since it was just like him basically being him. Yeah, I could see where he has the artistic liberty just to be like, hey, just play yourself because you can't act as anybody else.
Yeah, but think about how crazy the situations were that were happening. Like somebody had to write. He wasn't just. It's not like they were in the car.
Weird shit.
It's not like they were in the car leaving, and then P Diddy ad-libbed that he was running down the street chasing them as they tried to get away from him. Like that was written.
Yeah, no, so you're right. You're right.
That, you know what I mean? So it was written to. I mean, whatever that was trying to convey. So I mean that it makes me question it from that standpoint.
And then are Jeffrey's real then?
Man, yeah, who the fuck knows? I'm for sure. Method acting to a different level. Yeah, no, homie was in character the entire time. Fucking this right here, by the way, I don't want to get too far away from what we were just talking about because it'd be let's say interesting segue into this. So we just had this woman sell her husband or boyfriend or whatever for $30,000. Here goes this guy. He's breaking it down. Life story.
Just broke up with you, and you're about to down a bottle of pills. Now I want you to imagine her getting gang fucked by 6 big ass black dudes. All got huge penises, and I chose black guys at random. I could have chose any race, but don't call me racist. And they're just get double penetration, gang fucking the shit out of her. She's sucking, and like 2 dudes are in her ass, and her phone goes off while she's getting fucked, right? And she's like, hold on, guys. She looks at it and she's like, oh, wow. My ex just fucking, he's gone. And as she's reading it, one of the dudes says, shut the fuck up, bitch, slaps her in the face with his meat. She just starts sucking it, and they just go right back to like donkey fucking the shit out of her. And that would be your end. Don't be pathetic. Follow for more tips.
Right, so follow for more tips. So what a great
that guy's actually a great follow. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great follow.
Hey, give him a mic, man.
No, he's we watched his video last week. This guy's a fucking sexual deviant, but he's funny as fuck about it. Needs to go outside.
What a fucking fantasy, dude. Well, double penetration in the asshole.
You know what's funny? Last week he was talking about. He's like, "Yo, have you ever jacked off so much that your meat is raw?" He's like, I was really going in. He's like, you guys don't even jack off anymore for real. He's like, oh, that video was fucking hilarious. I watched that with Smooth Recoil. He was just disgusted by this guy. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Go check him out on Instagram. Let me see if I can get. Yeah, I can't see his name from here. If y'all can see his name, man, go give my guy a follow. He's a funny dude. He fucking goes in. But yeah, brother, I don't know. I mean, has a woman ever had you at your wits to that extent? This is good advice, honestly. It's a little fucked up how he packaged it, but it was actually good advice.
I mean, we've all been depressed over.
I never have wanted to kill myself. Though I had some friends before. I had some friends that
really wanted to kill myself. No.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. No, fuck it though, because let's get real. We're gonna ask a real question. Fuck it. Like I said, I've never been in this position, but I definitely had some friends that would hit a bitch up. And they'd be like, "If you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself."
But
he's like, did I do that? That was my fucking go-to, brother.
I did have a friend who he kept cheating on his girl, but this is high school, kept cheating on her. We graduate and like he's still cheating on her. Okay, so now she's like finally done. And we're like drinking at my grandparents' house, and then I can't find him, and I'm like, dude, where the fuck you at? Dude, he comes out with like off, like the little like where you can screw off the bottle, like the top. Yeah. And drinking it. So then you have to like,
what's he drinking? Pills?
No, mosquito fucking spray. So I smack him in the face. I smack him. And I grab him. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna fucking down it.
He's like, I'm done. Like,
I don't even want to live anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I don't think any other situation.
Okay, so you've never been in that position, though.
No,
okay.
No, I mean, I think I've definitely. Yeah, no, I don't think I've said like I'm going to kill myself.
Okay, all right, all right. You're innocent of that, I suppose. You beat the charges, but
I can't think of any time. But I mean,
honestly,
I've said some things upset. I mean, I am an emotional reactor.
Stop it. I said some things upset. I asked you a very specific thing.
I don't think I said that. Again, I've been
golden anyone's quiver. Yeah, 100%. That's what I was gonna say. It actually had a pretty good success rate, if I'm being honest. I mean, women, they're naturally, they're naturally I don't know what even word I'm thinking, but either a female is gonna be, I don't want to say thoughtful, but it's like I guess compassionate, a little bit more compassionate in nature than men, I think. So yeah, that being, I can't imagine. I guess women use it too, but I'm like, I can't imagine a woman telling me, if a woman said, if you leave, I'm gonna kill myself. It's like, that's another con. Con, okay. I guess
maybe drunk.
Yeah, bitch. Well, I'm like, that's one of the reasons I'm leaving, is what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? You're crazy as hell. I'm not doing that.
You know what? If you're gonna do that, go to a fucking mental hospital.
Go to a fucking mental hospital as soon as possible. But I mean, yeah, honestly, like I said, go follow that guy. He has some fucking hilarious shit. He gets into the shit. He talks about the real shit.
He was going detailed.
I wish you would have seen the other one. Like I said, the fucking Jackal one was nuts. It was a little lost on Smooth Recoil because he's not going to joke about that as much.
Grow up.
But for me, I was like, brother, I know exactly what he's talking about. I've
been there. 7th grade was things stopped coming out. It just hurts.
7th grade. What are you talking about? It's fucking. Never mind. But no, yeah, legitimately, man, your boy was putting in some, like, I was putting in some work, and it was pain. Yeah, beauty is pain. You feel what I'm saying?
This is me after 4 mimosas.
This is me after 8 mimosas.
This is me after 2 mimosas. This is me after, I think, 6.
If she just hit 6, homeboy at the beginning, he was already at 8.
Buddy.
She had her first. He's like, hey, mimosas.
This is me after 7 mimosas.
Don't talk. I'm videoing. Oh shit, she's getting on her shoulders. That's crazy.
Nah, this is so ungood.
Not good. They're gonna fall.
How many mimosas though? That's what I think. How many mimosas?
14. That was 14.
Guys, give us.
She lost 4 teeth.
I want to know the over or under. 9 mimosas. Do you think?
Oh,
do you think she had 9 or less or more before? She lost half of her fucking teeth.
This is me.
Wow, she had such a lovely smile.
Bro,
all of the mimosas. She needed to go back in and get a couple more after that shit. I don't know if I'm going straight to the doctor. I might need to go get a couple mimosas.
Buddy, now the last conversation we just had applies right here.
About the dudes fucking your
no. The outcome of often yourself.
Oh, gotcha.
Buddy, that is at that drunk. You're that drunk, and then you just lost half your mouth.
No, that's tough.
Oh,
yeah.
Dark place to hit right there.
Yeah, after that, you're having some really dark thoughts.
Yeah, that's a dark place right there. That's I regret all my friends.
Yeah.
I regret my life. Okay, so Lauren and I were just talking about this.
Yeah.
About how there's situations that happen where you're like, man, if 20 seconds, if I can go back 20 seconds,
yeah,
everything was okay. And then
they're
it's
having a great day.
Oh, dude, the best day of their fucking life. Dude, so much fun. She got on her friend's shoulders.
Dude, so many mimosas.
It was such a great time.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably spent $240 on brunch and mimosas.
Yeah.
And then now she has to go get her fucking mouth redone.
And she has the coverage, man. That's the sick part about
that's a lot of money.
It's the sick part about the United States. She might have to sit with that for a little bit.
As somebody who's married to a dental assistant in a surgery center, that's a long, expensive, and extensive fix right there.
No, yeah, and honestly, you might never be fucking right again. If she might have fucked up her lip a little bit, like that's the thing. But yeah, the teeth, I think that's the biggest thing.
Bro, then your friend records it. Hey,
before we get into some of the topics that we want to dive into this week, I do have 3. I think me and you did this. I'm not sure if you did, but what I've started to do, the Instagram, obviously your boy's algorithm is fucking nuts. You got to the bathroom? Okay, cool. So the algorithm is a little crazy. So every week what I've been doing is I've been doing some creeps of the week, man. I have plenty of them that come across my timeline to where I even have to leave some of them on the cutting room floor. So we're gonna go ahead and play some of those. I'm also in a little bit gonna get into I also grab some raps for us to get into, and We're going to see some people that busted out some freestyles. Make sure you show some love, by the way. Subscribe on YouTube. YouTube has been bullshitting with your boy, completely fucking blacklisted, telling too much truth. That's literally what they told me happened. So you have to help us grow there organically. Make sure you share this content. That's very important at this point as far as YouTube goes, but also Spotify. This will be up on there tomorrow. Apple. You can find us on all of the platforms. Instagram and Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Sit in Politic on all of those. Really easy to find. Just Sit in Politic. Type it in. Find your boy, and then go support it. This right here, actually, let me just go ahead.
This is
Give you all a little bonus.
Matthew, today I start my 500th conversion, which means I'm granted one miracle from God that I can use however I desire. So I'm going to use my miracle to do an extreme stunt for you all, just to prove the existence of God.
If you'd like to be granted miracles from God too, then become a Mormon today and get to converted. I think I got it, Alex Phillip.
That was a good use of your miracle, Elder Matthew.
Well, thank you, Elder Phillip, but there's still plenty of converting we have to do. Let's get out there.
Your turn, atheist. Fucking losers. Try to get out there and do that. I dare you without a god behind you. See what happens. Fucking end up looking like Mimosa Queen. Missing your fucking front four incisors and fucking Bugs Bunny teeth. They're no more is what I'm saying. But yeah, man, like I said, guys, I also have this. See, I did have some bonuses that I didn't think I was going to get to. So this is actually kind of nice. Hey, yeah, that's a great song. If you got our boy right here is throwing his chain around a Nerf shark. Okay. Florida shit. You know. Yeah, that's not a fucking pop. Shout out to Jibs, man.
Hey, that was
all right, we got Paul back here, so we can go ahead.
Guys.
We can get into the creeps, guys, without any further ado. Like I said, subscribe, show some love, share this with somebody that likes fun content, likes to just go ahead and break down on some fun topics. And we touch on all of it, anything that's important, any of the important goings-ons. But here is creep number 1.
Oh yeah, it's Saturday morning, baby, and guess what? There's nothing left to hide. Once again, we got the honor to become friends.
That pancake's cold as fuck, man. He removed that from the heat source like in 30 seconds ago.
And then we can become lovers. No more hiding. Yeah, everything gonna be out in the opening, baby. Yeah. It's all over. Let's bring everything what we did in the dark, let's just bring it to the light.
So yeah, who do you think's recording this? You think it's the woman he's talking to? You think?
No, it has to be a grandkid.
Definitely a grandkid. Yeah, that woman is long gone. I think.
Long gone. He's looking.
he's
actively searching. So if you guys are interested,
that's the thing. Sometimes I've seen some.
He has a wet mouth. You can tell.
You can hear it.
You can hear it.
Nephew, come here, hold the camera for me. All right, ladies. So look, I'm gonna get up in that puss. All right, now. No, there's no more hide. There's no reason to hide.
No reason to hide.
I haven't seen you for a
what
very
do
long
you
time.
mean? Who's hiding from you?
Oh, I'm sure he has more than a few.
Nice distressed Carhartt jacket, pretty boy. Get yourself a real man's winter garment. Cloak time, baby. If you ain't cloaking, you're broken. You ain't got no spells. You ain't got no enchantments. Your gems are shit.
Yeah, little boys.
Hey, you know what?
He's not a creep. I think I might actually put him in the wrong category.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's cool.
You know what?
He's cool, and he's a
He likes Narnia a little too much.
He obviously likes Narnia,
but
yeah,
he was spitting some bars.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
I don't like how he has flowers around his horns.
No, what's the horns for, huh? Is he worshiping the devil?
I'm sure he'd be the talk of Boys Town.
Me for a first date. So I met this person on Bumble. If you're curious, here is my Bumble profile and
See, once again, this makes me skeptical. This makes me think this is a fucking ad for Bumble personally, but maybe not. It's kind of like if this is Bumble showing you the kind of people that they have on the app.
If you were in marketing, is this your?
I don't know if this would be my first go-to, but hey, then again, who are you marketing towards?
You're right. You know what? You're right.
Yeah. Who's the people that use Bumble? I don't, so I wouldn't even be on there.
I wouldn't know.
So yeah, I wouldn't be on here looking for this fucking pink-haired pixie.
I was gonna say you had pink-haired elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the photos I selected to have on there. Going with this fun mini skirt. I also added this horse sweater because we literally cannot hold hands. Bumble has a feature called interest badges, and my date and I both love running, so we're going for a hike. And what better earrings to wear for a hike? Added a few little hair bows. I was also able to see that my date loves baking, and so I'm going to go with this cookie.
Thoughtful.
I thought you were going to say awful, which I agree with. But she is thoughtful, I guess.
Thoughtful.
She's wearing pieces of a lettuce for after she's mauled by a fucking bear, something for the rabbits to come behind the bear.
Not my cup of tea, but somebody out there.
Hey, I would talk to her. I would be interested in her. I'm not saying it'd be my cup of tea or that it would go very far, but and I'm sure this is what she's going for. She's intriguing in a way,
She'll sit there and say, hey, you know what? I saw that he likes beef jerky. So I brought him a 4-pound bag.
Earrings. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, true. And I mean, look, she has
fuzzy leg warmers to stay warm, and platform shoes because I love to catfish about my height. Vintage shades.
Sometimes I wonder though, what the fuck is it? So she has her own style, but it's like, are you just literally throwing random shit?
Are the final touch, and here is the final look for my Bumble date today.
All right, so she steps off the bus on next.
Next.
How long you're giving her the next right away. Okay.
I always think it's so important to be yourself, especially on a first date. So sometimes you just gotta make your move. Wish me luck. Get ready with me for a
I wouldn't want to waste her time. She deserves more than me.
Oh, okay. You're just not enough. You're just not enough for a woman like that.
Okay. Again, there's someone out there for everyone, and I love her being herself. That's authenticity at its finest.
I do love that she felt comfortable to be herself.
But
I mean,
to dress yourself is like,
but I mean,
again, some people love it.
Are you
It's
pro?
artsy.
Something I've been seeing a lot on honestly on Instagram is some people advocating bullying. How do you feel about that? I'm curious. Bullying, literally. So like, if you click on if you click on her comments, I'm sure
they're bullies.
Well, not even that, but there'll be people that are like, bring bullying back.
Yeah. Like,
this is why we need bullying in school.
Yeah.
Like that. Like the guy in the fucking Minotaur Man. People in his comments, I'm sure, like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody should have bullied the fucking goat out of this guy.
So the humorous side of me, understands that, and it's funny.
Okay.
But then the other side of me goes, hey, listen.
I'm talking about legitimately. I'm not even talking about from a funny.
So legitimate. No.
Okay.
Again, what's the point? Why do you're only going to bully them because they're weird to you, because they're not you.
Well,
and they're different than you. So then
hold on.
we gotta
hold on. Well,
let's pick on them.
I want to make sure that we're having a
back and forth.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Well, I mean, it's just like, so the lady that's wearing the fucking lettuce earrings, that's not just like she's weird to you. Like, I think that's almost like universally we can look at that and be like, that's really odd. Now she's not hurting anybody on one end, I guess.
Would I look at Lauren and be like, dude, what the fuck is that?
Would you accept her for lettuce earrings?
Listen, Lauren would know. She would see her and then look at my face, because she would know that like something is coming out of my mouth. I'm going to say something as a joke. Obviously not to hurt her feelings, but we're
maybe not to her.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Just to Lauren, and they're answering laugh at her behind her back.
It sounds horrible, but again, it's a lighthearted joke that
it's way nicer to do that.
Okay. But no, I don't think that you go and ruin someone's day. Let them be them. And I again, that's just me personally. I was on the say about fucking everything. So it's like, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think that people should bully at all. Again, that's kind of like.
Do you think have you been bullied?
Yeah.
Okay. So has there been any utility to it for you in your life? So I mean, obviously it's not pleasant.
No,
I've been bullied as well. It was never
depressed
pleasant.
me.
Okay. Well, so from my perspective, I can think of times that through bullying, I think it's a certain level of like adversity there that has been it's helped create character in a way, like character development. Like I said, I would never want that to happen to my daughter and make my fucking heartbreak if I saw my daughter being bullied. So I don't think that it's on its face on its own a good thing, but if I'm looking at it critically and looking at these people's what they're saying and trying to take it seriously, I could see that there is some like societal utility to it though. As far as like like with how people dress, I mean that's one thing that's kind of silly. So teasing them for that, but just as far as like certain behaviors, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I don't know, somebody runs around and acts like a dinosaur, like Step Brother style. Like should that person be bullied out of that behavior, or should that behavior not be addressed and just let them act like a dinosaur?
Just let them live in, because okay, so why would they be acting like a dinosaur? There's clearly some disconnect from the consciousness of wanting to conform and be quote unquote normal, right?
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be something to that. So again, just let them be. There was a kid, Mark, in the high school that would Naruto run and all that. Dude, genius in math. Dude, he used to draw like pictures for girls.
Okay.
Like these two girls that were water girls for the football team. She would draw like Dragon Ball Z, them as Dragon Ball Z characters or Pokemon for them, stuff like that.
Cool.
And really cool.
Yeah.
And you had people who would like grab them and like make fun, like grab the pictures, make fun of them for like, because why are you giving it to the girl? Like they're not going to go for you. And it's kind of like, why does it fucking matter?
Yeah.
Like he's not bothering anybody. You obviously know she's not going to do anything. Like it's just him like actually coming out of his shell for once. And it's like, and that's kind of where like the anti-bullying thing is like, hey man, let people be them, get out of their shell. You the cool crowd, which again I was part of the popular kids, right? Like we get to be ourselves, we get to be exactly who we are. Nobody really fucks with us. You're going to have like a little bit of bullying, like football wise, like you're a freshman, you're going to get hazed.
Yeah.
But as far as just like making comments like kind of like poking fun, I mean, I think as a parent, you kind of should do that.
So for schooling, I think we probably would agree on this. A lot of what schooling is meant to do is to prepare you for like work, really. I mean, more than anything, like to prepare you to be a person in society that contributes and like can work alongside people and shit. I think part of that, and I like people's individuality, but like when we're talking about, I don't think the drawing thing is necessarily the same because that's legitimately a skill. So, I mean, people were probably teasing him about that, not for any legitimate reason, because there isn't like it's not because drawing's not practical in the normal world. It's because kids are probably like jealous of his skill at drawing or just want to be an asshole to him. But for example, him running around like a fucking Naruto character, maybe that could have been addressed a little bit because in normal society, yeah, you can't run around. Like if you're at work or if you're just on the streets, if somebody runs through like fucking Naruto and bumps into me, you're gonna get some actual real life static from like somebody like me, maybe, where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now all of a sudden you realize you're not in the Hidden Leaf Village. Now all of a sudden you're on the street and you're with a guy in fucking reality that in reality wants to choke you fucking to death.
Yeah, well one there's teachers, okay, faculty, okay, so there are adults.
So stop. So them saying stop instead of bullying, you want them to say stop doing that.
Like or I mean, I again, it doesn't matter if he's running around. You have to bully again. They're kids, so what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to grow out of it. But again, like I am Parker's harassment, I guess. Like I like poke fun at some things. Obviously, there's a fucking line. You'd never want him to like kill his self-esteem.
Yeah.
But like, dude, he's actually a really good dresser. Like he stands and dresses himself. It's really good. And it took a couple times him putting something on, me being like, "Are you sure that's what you want to wear?"
Yeah.
Or be like, look, man, I mean, if you want to do that, then that's fine.
Well,
now,
why not just let him wear whatever?
Now, and I thought about that because I'm killing his like what he wants to do, but it was just saying that, hey, like, so man, that doesn't really match. If you want to match, you might want to change. If not, if you don't care, then you don't care.
Okay, question. You guys are going out for dinner. Let's say he wants to dress as Superman. And it matches.
At 10 years old?
Sure, 10, I guess. Sure.
No. And again, so now, if he has some kind of disability, I would.
Well, what if he's 20?
I would again if he has a disability.
No, what if he doesn't have a disability?
No.
Then why?
Again,
It's the exact same thing we're talking about here.
I guess
This
20.
lady wearing fucking
20. I don't
lettuce
know.
is okay.
I guess 20. I guess 20. Do what you want, dude. Like you're an adult. Do what the fuck you
if
want.
that's his individuality,
do what
like
you
you're
want.
saying. That,
but yeah, at 10, I'm like, dude, you need to put some clothes on. Like we're going somewhere. And again, if he doesn't want to match, he doesn't want to match, and that's you. That's your that's your thing. But it's like, there's time and place. You got to obviously teach common fucking sense.
Sure.
As a parent, but it's like, no, I do think that parents, though, you should kind of pick on your kids a little bit, help toughen their skin, because like you said, in the real world, you're going to have times where people test you. You're going to have times where people disrespect you. You're going to have to be able to deal with that. But as far as like a school standpoint, no, I don't think that people should just be like, hey, listen, son, when you go to school, you need to pick on these fucking kids because they need to be toughened up. It's like,
I
no.
don't think stuff like that, but that's almost like kind of like it naturally happens in a way. You have kids who's comes from a family that maybe is like, maybe their dad is a asshole bully, so then they kind of like reflect some of that. That should also be addressed. Yeah, and then also I think that does, by the
abuse.
way. I think I think that does, by the way. Those kids who are bullies, they end up at some point in their life coming across a kid that, like by me, there's plenty of times that kids bullied me, and then because I had went through the adversity of being bullied, not knowing what to say, whatever the fuck might have happened, then by the time they do bully me, and I've been bullied for 3 years now, I'm fucking on top of it. Now I'm bullying them. And I'm all
Lauren, did he really?
Well, this one right here, by the way, Flu Shicey says, I hope kids bully my son to stop putting his goddamn hands in his mouth. And by the way, I know you're joking, but like to a certain extent, I think this brings up another interesting point, which is like some things that you say to your kid, they're not going to take the same way as they take from their peers.
Yeah. So that's fair.
Yeah. So where, like I said, I don't like
bullying. But is that bullying?
Sometimes, sure. Like,
I don't think that's bullying.
Okay, well, I mean, I think, okay, so let's just use the example of your son wears the Superman outfit. He goes to school at 10. You wouldn't think it's acceptable to go to dinner in a Superman outfit. Let's say he goes to school in a Superman outfit, and kids decide to say something to him about it, whatever. Is that not bullying? Because you're saying this isn't bullying. So do you find the line where it no longer becomes bullying?
Yeah,
if it is,
yes.
If it does have
how
utility?
malicious is it? Yeah. All fair, like is it all fun and games? Is it like something like sincere? Like, hey, listen, like what she's putting out here. Thanks for just outing Parker. Yes, he still fucking eats his boogers.
Well, I mean, you literally just said who it was, brother.
Yeah, well, and then I always
outed him, really.
I always fucking yell him like, dude, you're fucking gross. Quit. Now, I hope that if he keeps doing it and doesn't in school, like a fucking girl or someone goes like you're nasty, and then he realizes that like, hey man, like I can't put boogers in my fucking mouth. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but why not? Once again, if you're just being yourself, I'm going off your. I mean, I'm on the level of I think like maybe certain times in certain cases that bullying has a utility to it. Yeah. You're not, and so that's why I just want to challenge the way that you're thinking, because I think all of this kind of could apply. If you're going to say lady with the if it's not hurting anybody, that's the part that you got to where you're like, at that point, I don't care. Yeah, so if he's eating his boogers, he's not hurting anybody. I don't even know if he's hurting himself.
No, again, I'm talking about like the comments. So like, we know bullying leads to a lot of the mass shootings that were from bullying. A lot of kids kill off like hurting themselves is due to bullying.
But we also know just from our own experience, and we can, I think it's fair to assume that this is probably still the same. We know far more kids get bullied and don't kill themselves. Far more kids get bullied and whatever. I mean, honestly,
far more people drive a car without a seatbelt and don't die, but because the people die and get thrown out of their vehicle, we make an emphasis to wear your seatbelt. Sure. So yes, we're gonna like I get that, but at the same time, it's like we obviously need to look at like how to stop the tragedy. And we look at, hey, it's the way that kids treat each other. It's the way that all this is. Where do abusive parents come from? A lot of times they were abused as kids, or hey, like they were put in a corner as a kid growing up, and then now they look at their kids as, hey, now I have someone that I can put in a corner. Well, I mean, abusive people. There's just all these different ways.
Well, hold on, because I think that you make an interesting point, but I don't think it's that like black and white. We're like, oh well, now I have somebody put in the they think that's how you do it. Like in order to discipline them, you put people in the corner, and that's how it breaks this kind of behavior. So it doesn't even have to have like this malicious thought behind it. Although the action itself could still be malicious in its nature. Right. So by the way, I want to mention here, Flu Shicey said, I never recognized teasing as bullying, honestly. It didn't ever hit me. I think I wasn't aware enough for it to matter if it did happen. That's I did personally. So when I got teased, I thought of it as kids were bullying me. And I never liked it. But the thing is I also recognize like a lot of character building in my entire life, mostly I think came from things that happened to me that I didn't like, because it puts you in a position to where you have to maybe change yourself. Like I said, not even to acquiesce to what you're being bullied about. It's not like if somebody says, hey, you're fat or something, because it's like, it's not that you have to lose weight in order to change from that. You just can become a better communicator and have a better, basically be funnier, fucking joke about something about them. Well, I've been saying that's what happened to me.
Yeah,
so then that ended up slowly, well, not even, because it is real that, hey, I'm pretty comfortable in confrontational situations. Like, honestly, I don't really get that fucked up with them, because I experienced that with teasing a lot. And then I also experienced that with like just other things, like as far as like at work or whatever. So I am really comfortable with confrontation. I like it. It's challenging. It's actually fun to me at this point. But when it was first, when the confrontation, I would have been adverse to confrontation at first, actually. So this wasn't like necessarily a natural characteristic. It was something that was built forcefully out of a response to what the reactions I was getting to other people that were, they were teasing or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm not saying that we should encourage bullying, but I think that when we see it, we should address it and things like that. But to act like we could get rid of it, I think is probably not ever going to happen.
But you can't get rid of anything, really, right?
Can't get rid of anything. Well, I'm trying to think like
everything illegal. Like again, like again, me, I always go extreme, but everything that's banned, illegal, whatever. It's going to happen. You're going to have people getting in fights. You're going to have somebody cross you. You're going to have, people being assaulted, all this. But obviously the objective is to kind of push the narrative to be, don't do that as much as possible.
Yeah.
And again, like I think there's a line between teasing and bullying. I think teasing is teasing and all in good fun. Yeah. But once somebody then tells you like, hey, listen, man, this really bothers me.
I think that's fair.
And then it's like, hey, now it's not teasing no more.
But the thing is, I think I think we're in agreement on this. And that was a really good point to bring up from Shicey, by the way. I think that teasing can cross a line. So on its own, I guess I would agree with you. I don't think teasing by itself has to automatically be bullying. But it definitely can cross a line where it is still teasing, but now it's like a malicious bullying version of that. And like I said, like with calling kids like fat and shit like that, for me, I find that hard to believe. Like, I don't know. That just doesn't seem like, maybe it's just because of my own personality. It's just not something I wouldn't tease people about shit like that, to be honest.
Man,
I'm not much of a teaser though. I like to joke about shit, but I don't really feel like I'm much of a teasing person.
When I was in high school, my freshman, sophomore year, before I transferred, one of the reasons I transferred was you had dude that was a year above me, who started above me. He was a year above, and like his friend group, and then his brother was a coach, and he had other coaches, kind of like jokingly always making references to where I should go play fullback or linebacker or guard. Yeah. You're too short to play quarterback. You're too fat to play quarterback. You're too slow to play quarterback, which I wasn't even slow. Wasn't fat. I mean, I was 195. Mm-hmm. I mean, 5'9", 3/4 without shoes, but hey, with cleats on, it's about 5.
I wonder how many times the team has fucking cheated themselves out of like a player that'd be a really good quarterback or something, just because they were like heavier. So
well, the problem was it wasn't like I wasn't like known to be good. It was just that like there was just like that kind of, there was a competitive, but it was again not out of like the truth. It was more just out of like a disrespect. Like, we're competitors, so I have to bring you down in the way, right? But what started happening was you start to believe that little bit of shit, and you start to like no, but then you believe it. So it was like, hey, like I need to fucking like get out. Like I went to won competitions, and I was like, hey, listen, man, like I need to get out of here, like because like this is killing me. Yeah. So like, but that thought never really left, and it took for me to see the documentary that they did about like the hypnotism at my high school, and then see the clips from me in high school, like being hypnotized, to go like, oh shit, and this was last year, and it's like, oh shit, like the fuck did I think I was heavy?
They got clips of you being hypnotized in the movie.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, because it was videotaped by parental consent.
Yeah, but makes sense. So go back and.
But no, sure I mean, but that shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like there are ways. Shit. I was picked on by females in high school for the gap in my teeth. I mean, a lot didn't care, but then there were ones that did, and for some reason, those rang louder than not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, shit, 6th grade, you have I wore G Unit, South Poles, Shady, Echo, all that shit, right? Well, only person in a really 96% white town, especially then in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, there weren't a lot of black kids in school.
Yeah.
So you're in this class, all white kids. You're the one that clearly stands out. Nobody wants to be your friend. To where like I started to conform the way I dressed and acted. And again, I only acted this way because my brothers and the people I hung out with.
How much of that do you think is a
black.
skill, though? Like when you're looking at it as a negative thing, you're like, but you kind of learn to do that, and that becomes a skill. Like there are certain environments.
I became a chameleon in a way. I learned how to adapt based off of who I'm.
Do you think
around.
that's a skill, or do you think that doesn't have any utility?
It's a skill.
Okay.
But again, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like there are lines. Like I don't think I was ever necessarily like really bullied to where I was depressed. Yeah. Now, if things continued and just continued and got harder and harder, yeah, like I think that there are ways, and you have worse ways. You have people who are getting punched, people who are getting hit. There's the money's getting stolen.
Well, here, let me read this comment real quick because what you're literally touching on. So I want to make sure I highlight what Flu's saying here. I meant that, and this is him talking about doesn't see teasing as bullying. I meant that like personally, I do see it as bullying. Just that any teasing I received wasn't taken to heart. I suppose it's because no one has ever tried putting hands on me to try bullying. So what you're talking about, I never felt a real threat. That's probably a huge factor.
Big factor. Bullying. Yeah. And that's kind of like you're a freshman on the football team. They try to put you in the trash can. Right.
Yeah. I never had any shit.
And that's
like that.
normal. Like that, especially at Charlotte, especially with like the seniors. Like I have like my big brother was in that group. So it's kind of like I grew up with them. I knew them. So they were kind of like trying to like fuck with me. I'm a freshman on varsity. So it's kind of like you got fucked with.
Did they fuck with the other kids?
One of the other freshmen, yeah. Like they were and then the other freshman. So you had one freshman that was a like 5-star, upcoming 5-star with the Clemson. Nice. He didn't get much. And then the other one was a coach's son. He didn't get much. But then me and the other, yes.
A lot of kids, but it's interesting because like growing up, and I don't want to spend too much time on this part because I think that we're talking about something interesting here, but I remember like getting to high school. I thought that was like literally that was gonna be a thing. I was gonna have to fight for my life on certain days of the year, but nobody ever tried like putting me in a trash can. I don't know if you remember the Hey Arnold episode where all the kids were doing that. So I had that kind of idea that when you get to high school, there's times that you got hazed. I mean, I think in a lot of shows that we watched growing up, that was
it was a big thing.
Yeah.
And again, like I accept that. I fought it off.
No, but my point being,
it was funny.
I didn't experience. I want Flu. Let me know about you. Anybody else in the comments? I'm curious because that was not something that I experienced, and it sounds like you experienced it kind of like acutely with the football team. So not from a school standpoint.
Now,
so now
to turn that, when I was a senior, I didn't do shit to a freshman. Like I did not haze. I want a freshman to feel like as part of the team. I think that with that any way to build a good culture is to have everyone kind of feel like they belong. Yeah. So like I didn't participate, but like I've said this before. Most of my fights were just someone being bullied, and then me basically saying like, "Hey, listen, man, like I'm gonna be the one to step up because like you got to see what it feels like to be powerless." My son, the one beating like time I've ever gotten in his ass was he bullied a kid in school, and it was that he fought the kid. The kid bit him, and he fought back. And I was like, well, shit, you never fought back for any other kid that's ever done anything to you. Yeah. And so what was the difference? And then it was just that he was like 5'6", and he's like, and he said that basically like he knew he could win. And so like he had to get into him and just basically make him feel powerless and scared.
You did that?
Who?
You did that?
My son did that. And then I'm getting into him because basically
no, but you said you got into him.
Oh yeah,
made him feel powerless. Yes. Made him feel scared.
Scared. Yep. You don't hurt him.
So hold on. So what is that?
It
kind of sounds like bullying a little bit.
But yeah, and that was the point. That was the point, to make him feel.
So you feel like it's okay then in that case, like to bully your own kid. If it's like if you feel like you're doing it with some kind of
essentially eye for an eye, right? Like you bully this kid, so let me show you, so that way you understand that like you do not want to be a fucking bully. Yeah. Because again, so
maybe it makes him feel like I want to be the bully. I never want to get bullied again.
Maybe no. but like for example, the one time that like I really like am disappointed in myself was kindergarten, first grade. One of my friends won an award. He's a heavier kid, and I put Cal in his name instead of like his name is Calvin. Okay. And I said Calvin, and my dad was behind me. he pulled me out of the award ceremony and fucking reamed me, like grabbed me by my shirt, like reamed me out big time, like as far as you can go in public. It was just basically like, he's like, if I ever hear you like pick on someone again, like he's like, son, I will fuck you up. And I listened to it. I never again. Fucking I made it a point to be like a different way. So that's where it was like for my kids. So that's where it's like I feel like all of it's kind of necessary. Parenting.
Okay, hold on, because this is really interesting. So you kind of had this. You said this about abuse earlier, though. You said like it wasn't that. So it wasn't like your type of style of abuse. And I'm not saying that you're an abuser, by the way. Be very clear. But I'm just saying, like, you know, because we all have like my dad did shit like that plenty of times. But it's like I don't know. So it's like that is probably as physically and mentally imposing as telling your kid to go stand against the wall. That was the example you used earlier.
Okay.
So it's like, don't you kind of feel a little bit like you're kind of like perpetuating, you know, like what was done to you, like same kind of thing. Like I said, I don't want to call it abuse because what you do. I'm not
no. You're 100% correct in the fact that it was the thought of that this is what was done to me because
and it worked,
and it worked, and that's what it was. So my dad went further than I did with a few things. So, but I knew that I was more afraid to get in trouble early on. So, because I was afraid of what my dad would do, which then made me understand why and then respect it. Now, my dad was not now I'm good at finding like putting pieces together. My dad was not good at explaining. Me personally, the moment I did it, I hugged him. I told him I'm sorry. I said, you know, this is my reasoning. This is how important this is. And again, it was kind of just like a wire. Now he bring it up. Oh yeah, he brings it up. He's like, Dad, remember that time
you fucked me up?
Again, I didn't hit him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I put my pressure on his chest
you
a little bit.
He wasn't the strongest guy in the room.
Exactly. He had to understand that. Hey man, listen man, like this is what it is. So, now I have a very sweet kid. Who
do you regret that at all, or do you feel like you handled that?
I feel like that. I know I don't regret it. Okay. Again, I don't spank my son.
Let's not use that strong of a word. Do you wish, looking back, that you would have handled it at all differently?
No. Okay. I understand the optics. I understand how it sounds. Okay. Now, understand that I am a talk it out parent. Okay. I am not my son does not get spanked. My son, when he sees me, the first thing, that's all he does is I love you all day. Okay. Nice. We are very loving. But yes, I do believe in when shit hits the fan, there has to be a sense of sternness. There has to be a sense of fear in a way, because fear does lead to understanding and respect in a way. There's a line. And again, a lot of life is there's a thin line.
Do you think that there's also something to be said that composure and like not letting yourself get to that point? So
no, that's true. And
like one thing for me I have a daughter, so it's probably a little different.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
I don't know how it'd be.
If I had a son, maybe I'd be like, I need to smack this motherfucker right in the face.
It's all right, bro.
But like for me, I think about it like, hey, I never want her to handle a situation in reality. Now she's gonna have to I'm gonna make sure that she's physically prepared to handle herself, but I never really want her to handle a situation like that. I don't think like getting physical is really ever the best way to handle a situation.
Correct.
So I will always prevent myself from going to that level with her. At least to this point, I haven't been able to because of that. Because I'm like, no matter how mad she is, and she doesn't follow this creed, by the way, she will slap the fuck out of a motherfucker if she gets too upset. But I never really want her to express herself in that way. So therefore, I feel like, and I've had this conversation with her mom, and like as far as like parenting, like because I like to get, and that's why I'm interested to hear your feedback on this. But yeah, like how you handle a situation is always like your son. He took note of that. He took note that you lost. Or maybe I'm not going to view it as you lost your temper. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay, well, okay,
and I explained that. Yeah. Yes.
And for him, like that, you kind of like taught him something through making him, like you even said, fear you, so scared of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, like you're gonna take a lot from that, and this is probably every kid's different. Because for me, the situations that I actually took the most from with my upbringing were probably moments that were like not physical at all. And there were times that were physical, but like moments where actually like I was surprised by the amount of compassion that I was shown in a situation. So like, for example, I got in trouble doing some shit that I shouldn't have been doing, hanging out with people I shouldn't have been hanging out with. I got in trouble with police and shit. My dad picked me up from that. We went home. Oh, he didn't slap me. I fully expected him to slap the shit out of me and fuck me up. But he literally just said, I'm disappointed that you got in trouble doing that. And then it even now, honestly, makes me a little emotional to think, because like I said, to know how he reacted to other things, of course I expected him to literally fuck me up and kick me out of the house. But he didn't, because there was like, recognize that I fucked up, but then also recognize like, one, how hard your kid is being on themselves most times. Like when I get on, I've never hit my daughter ever, but she broke my glasses actually last week. You should have seen, she already knew. I didn't have to say anything, and I did afterwards. And I probably regret how I even handled that. I was a little too upset. But she broke my glasses, and then she immediately was punishing herself immediately. So it's just, I don't know.
No, so again, she's still really young. So
yeah,
obviously, like you teach compassion and empathy and how to be apologetic.
And restraint.
Yeah, and restraint. No, yeah, like you teach all of that. I think that there's an age where of consciousness, of understanding, where again, this isn't your kid didn't clean their room, so you spank their ass.
Yeah,
this isn't your kid spilt milk, so you smack him in the back of the head.
Yeah,
this I mean all that is just.
Well, what was the situation with your son? I just want to make sure. What was the
so
he got I remember now.
Yeah,
he got an altercation with another kid
and
the kid bit him.
No, my bad. So the kid that would bite him, he never retaliated against.
Oh, got you. Okay, my bad.
It was a kid that pushed him that he then like hit. So that's where I was like why? And then with the note, it kind of went a little deeper. I forget, but okay. I knew he bullied the kid. Like I knew, and that's why I asked him. I said, "What was it about him that made you like go back?" And he just stood there, and I said, "Is it because you knew you could beat him?"
Yeah.
And he was just like, he said yes, and that's where it was just like, dude, like it made me sad.
Sorry, little bitch.
no, it made me sad, but like that's where I was like, man, like I have to kind of like show him that bullying makes like the other person feel so powerless.
Sure, yeah.
And if you're not put in that position, then you don't know.
I just wonder if because he was in that position, he got bit by some kid, he was bullied in that instance, didn't respond, so I could see. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm really just saying it's just interesting to think about.
No, I get
so
that.
It's like,
but
this is just real life shit.
Yeah,
real shit. So it's like, yeah, go ahead.
Like I thought about like the whole like if he got arrested, and it's like,
yeah,
if you were to get arrested one day, like what would hitting him do? It's not like he would need someone in his corner, because obviously he's gonna feel like shit. Nobody enjoys being arrested.
Yeah.
So it's like,
facts.
Yes, he needs to understand that you're not okay with it.
Sure.
But he also needs to understand that he's not thrown out of your life. And that was kind of the thing. Like, listen, like, I'm sorry, this is how it is. And yes, like I've told him this, I don't handle my emotions as the best that I should. I'm an emotional reactor. I get loud.
Sure.
I don't get violent, but I get loud. And that's everyone in my family. So him and my grandfather is I'm going to poke the bear. Like they argue about Godzilla. Parker loves Godzilla.
Yeah.
Pappy has to like hype up King Kong.
Fuck him up.
And then King right now Godzilla's his sidekick. So Parker, his reaction is, stop it, and starts like screaming at him. And it's like, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, like you have to like learn how to like communicate better. So like he isn't someone that's violent. He isn't someone that like takes that. I mean, like I said, it's not something like you spank your kid. But I do think that especially with boys, there are times where they have to understand that they are not the toughest, most baddest dude on the fucking planet. Because my son thinks, and I swear to God, up to now, that he would not be able to be abducted.
It's impossible to do that.
He thinks that he hit so hard.
Yeah.
And that he can just fight because he would win the play fight. So I had to put a headgear on him.
You had to fuck him up one time.
I had to give him some gloves, and this is just recent, and fucking just give him a light little jab.
Was he like, oh, okay, I see.
Well, the next time when we went to go like start again, he's like, you can't hit me.
Oh,
and he's like,
could you imagine if he was like, if you hit him and then he was like, oh, I know I can't get abducted. Adults are pussy.
Yeah, no, okay, like I didn't clock him. I just gave him like a little like yo,
yeah,
here we go.
Yeah,
But it's just like I think with boys are different. Girls, I don't know. But I will say this, you know the people in life, and we all know the people in life that have never been smacked in the mouth, they've never been hit.
Yeah.
That they think that life, there are no consequences to anything you say or do.
My bad, man. I missed this question. My fault. I had it up and then we started talking. This is an interesting question.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. He said, so are y'all the oldest boy sibling? So yeah, that's yes for me as well.
Yes.
And I definitely fucked my younger siblings up. So you know, I know a lot of what we were talking about. I can imagine why you were asking, but I'm curious if you want to elaborate on that as to why you're asking. But
maybe how your dad handles you versus other kids.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Interesting. I'm curious
because that
could have played into that.
So my older sister, her mom like left my dad and then married some rich dude in Jacksonville. Came back when she was 5 with a big time lawyer. Took her. So like we only saw my sister for like 10 years every summer and every other Christmas.
Yeah.
So and then she decided as a teenager to move with us. So say that is just to paint the picture that she didn't get disciplined much.
Yeah.
My little sister is 5 years younger than me. Now this is just my household that I grew up in, and then my other siblings I won't get into. But so she was like that's my mom, my birth mom, her first, and she did not. Like she was not disciplined much, and when she would be disciplined, she enjoyed it because she just go to her room and sleep.
Yeah.
But she's been like smacked once, and that was like as a teenager. I'm so happy my mom did it.
Yeah.
My little brother Mikey is 9.5 years younger than me, and he got in trouble one time, got yelled at one time in his life, and it was my dad. My dad misunderstood the situation.
Oh damn!
But he's never been, and it was
because he was just on point. Was he?
Well, he saw me get my ass beat. A lot, so he was just like, "Oh yeah, I don't want that." And also, my dad like changed his parenting style after me.
Yeah,
and that was what I was saying. Where it was like I was like the guinea pig of like discipline.
Well, to be clear, I want to be clear real quick. My siblings got fucked up. I would say worse.
Oh, so no, dude, mine went opposite.
They got angrier.
I fucking
and like I said, I was fucking them up.
I love my dad. My dad was loving, but fuck.
Dude, yeah. I didn't really. I didn't have that bad of a situation as far as that goes. It was like, when I was young, that kind of shit would happen, and then there'd be a few times through like my teen years where things would bubble up, as I think tends to happen.
Oh, bend over a knee. You ever did that one?
Like I said, I really don't remember a lot of that. I know that I did. But I mean, also I had sense. But yeah, definitely my younger siblings. It's interesting. I feel this comment, by the way, which I'll read in case anybody's just listening. Flush Icy says, "Firstborn sons, even mine, get the young, inexperienced parent first. It's a different upbringing."
Very much.
Yeah,
so.
I definitely agree with that. And there were a lot of things in my upbringing that were different, but yeah, as far as like the physicality, I gotta say my younger siblings were definitely still getting their ass beat.
And I will say also being a young parent.
Yeah.
So being somebody who is 22, 23, 24, 25, and you're raising that young kid, you're growing up with your kid, right? Like you guys are growing up together. You're learning how the fuck you even are supposed to becoming an adult. You're going through all this shit. You're living on your own and you're struggling.
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot that goes into it. So listen, man, like I don't hold it against. Now, again, I think there's just like the bullying to teasing. Yeah. There's a fine line between somebody like different discipline styles, and then somebody being abusive to the child.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I mean, and even individual moments could be more questionable than others.
100%. And just like in life, like you're gonna go overboard at times. Like no one like it is what it is.
Like I said, glasses thing, I didn't even touch her, but I was
steaming.
Kind of mean. I was kind of mean. I was like, do not. It's happened before. So I was like, do not do this. You don't understand how much of an issue this is. Like it costs money. Like now we'll have to, and I won't be able to see. So I told her straight up, no park tomorrow because I can't keep track of you at the parks. Like, so it's like I'm not gonna go to the park fucking blind. But I was just keeping it real with her.
Do you smack the hand or no?
Not really. I just said her. She respects me so much. That's the thing. Like if I tell her, hey, it's time to sit down, she knows when it's different. And
No, I will say that because like Parker, bro, I've never I've never had an issue with him. Like if I say do something, I have never had a
yeah. I'm not gonna say I never had an issue. But
no, well, I'm saying like since he's been like probably 5, 6, like again for the past 5 years, where it's like, yeah, I need you to go do this, or hey, go do this, or he's oh my god, or whatever, or like he doesn't give me much attitude.
Mine says Jesus Christ.
No, really? Oh my god,
Jesus Christ.
No, he's again. I don't know, man. There's
kids say the darndest things, guys.
I do.
They take the Lord's name. They don't. They take it in vain. They don't mean to.
But I do kind of wish at times that I was that fucking like Phil Dunphy type dad, where it's just like, nah, man. Like I couldn't imagine ever getting loud at my kid.
Yeah,
you know, because I do feel like that is too much of me, where it's like I get too loud.
Sure.
Like I get mad. I am a cusser, obviously, and that's I feel like might be an issue, but. Again, he's a kid who I heard him telling his friend that he doesn't plan on cussing until he's maybe 17. And I was like, oh man, what up?
You gotta see how that changes.
Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
I don't know. That changed. That
12 years old, you're gonna be, man, fuck my dad.
That changed a lot in my life, and there were times that I would stop cussing because I would feel so guilty about cussing.
Yeah,
you had that too. You felt guilty about it?
High school, I started saying like and shit.
Yeah.
And fuck.
Started fucking shortening the words.
Like,
Blue Shaxi says, then you got to DDT the child through the living room coffee table. There might be a situation there. Who knows? You know, who knows? That's why I say I don't want to speak from a place of total ignorance. I'm just speaking from my experience at this point. Your kid is a little bit older, and like I said, it's a boy, so I can imagine just different scenarios. Who knows how I'd react? It's just interesting to talk about. So I appreciate your honesty, to be honest, Paul. Really dope conversation. Birdman, what you say about your eyes? Probably talking about because I have sunglasses. Honestly, sometimes these lights just kind of like after a while they start to give me a headache a little bit. So this prevents that most of the time. But yeah, that's what's up with the glasses. It pretty much prevents headaches when we're going. So here, let's go ahead and we'll get into some of the topics because we do have several to get into, but I have some more videos to talk about with y'all, so stick around. I definitely want to react to, we got some more crazy ones and some that will intertwine with some of these topics. So right off the bat, this is something that I wanted to look into with you guys. I had looked into it a little bit earlier, and I know actually this, funny enough, is one of them I have a video for, so we will be showing you a video. So let's see here.
This is Russia at work.
Yeah, Russia. This is Putin's soldiers.
They're shutting down half of Baltimore.
So if you guys aren't familiar, yeah, this is Baltimore, and this is I appreciate you, Birdman, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm all good. Nothing too crazy. Just I got light eyes. So yeah, this is in Baltimore. I guess for anybody that doesn't know, I should just I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers. All right, if you can't put 2 and 2 together, you should know there's a problem. And I wonder if there's somebody that is behind the wheel? Behind the lever? I don't even fucking know.
So I have somebody that's on my Facebook is a they've done boat navigation and shit. I don't know the fuck captain. I don't know.
Were they in the Navy?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I got you.
So and then he's done it private, like he would take stuff from Tampa down to Fort Myers, stuff like that.
Guys, keep watching the video.
So
there it goes.
If you notice in the video, the lights turn off on the boat.
Yeah.
And that seems like a massive malfunction with the boat.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, you can't steer.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it kind of it was just
so it might not even be this guy's fault.
Yeah, it could be like a major malfunction.
Yeah.
At the wrong time. Shout out Paul DeGata.
Yeah.
For that. Your son has the best hands I've ever seen in my life. Football wise. No.
Nice. They were soft.
Never seen drop pass.
This right here is crazy. It does absolutely crumble. I mean, when I saw this, at first I was like, damn, bridges in America. But I mean, there's really not much you could do here. This is a humongous boat.
Bro, you get comments. Instead of sending money to Israel,
exactly,
we could be fixing our infrastructure. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think the infrastructure would matter when the boat runs into the bridge.
Yeah, no, I think that was a direct hit.
That was
bridge.
Bad, bro.
Yeah.
Battleship.
Well, there, and by the way, last I read on here, I'm gonna pull
6 people are still missing.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the article I was reading.
I just wanted to highlight that my jokes were not nice because 6 people are
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's sad.
Yeah, that's a horrible time to say that.
Piece of shit, dude.
So let me make sure I'm sharing the article with you guys. Nice. They do have an extra step, which is absolute bullshit. Obviously, I can't see the screen after I move to this to share, but whatever. So I think it when I was reading here was that they're presuming these people dead at this point. Obviously, oh, right here. Wow,
48 hours.
More than 18 hours after the collapse of the Baltimore Bridge, Maryland Governor Wes Moore said it was a heartbreaking conclusion after the Coast Guard ended the search and rescue operation for those 6 people who were on the bridge when it collapsed. It's a really heartbreaking conclusion to a challenging day. Yeah, I mean, really just there's not a lot of people that I saw that they said were missing were actually a part of like a construction crew that was filling in potholes on the bridge.
Damn,
that fucking sucks.
That's
dude.
fucking.
Does it make it worse that they were already at work? I mean, why'd you? I mean, it was, I guess, appropriate response regardless, I should say.
Well, because I thought it was like the people from the boat, like they're missing.
Oh wow!
And then it's not. It's people that were like
think about the boat people.
Yeah, it was people like on the bridge. So it was like the people that you don't expect. So they're just flat out innocent bystanders. Now,
literally,
someone comments said lights came back on. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
thank you. The lights came back on. Oh, thank you.
Now,
nicely done, Paul, for getting back into here on.
No, you're good. I just wanted, at what point? Because you could be right there. I mean, I'm not going to say that you're wrong.
Also, why are you steering it so goddamn close? Anyways, turn that bitch in. Okay.
Which I mean, isn't someone supposed to be like talking to them?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm interested.
Because there's somebody that's supposed to be working near the bridge, right?
I'm interested to hear experts talk about this. I mean, like what
I'm
you
not
were
an
talking
expert.
about. Well, what you were talking about with the guy that that just is familiar. This is such a unique job, steering fucking cargo ships. That I mean, I wonder what could have happened. It does seem odd to me. That's why I'm saying that you're even like really this close. I mean, so lights being off at this point.
And then there they go. They turn back on right there.
Yeah.
So is it too late to maneuver?
So I wonder. So I think there's a few times the lights turn on and off.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like every time
was it just a big malfunction?
Yeah.
Or it was being seized
right here, bro. Turn
by
to the
Russia,
left, dog.
and then they did this to isolate half of Baltimore. Then they're going to attack.
Yeah, bro. I'll be honest. The lights were on the whole time when they were making contact. Look,
Yeah. See,
so like back. Yeah. Okay.
So
well,
I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how long.
I
don't know how long it takes to like turn one of those things and get it where it's not gonna fucking crash right into a.
Do they have
ship,
a black box or something similar?
Black box. What the fuck you mean?
Isn't that what they call that in the airplanes? And shit?
Oh, dude, I thought Black Box was like the website you could watch people. Like, this is what Bills. I've never been there. I've never been there. I don't even know what the fuck.
Let's not even promote it.
Is this? Oh, you know about it?
No, I'm just the moment you said you can watch people. And
once I said Bills, you should have known that. Some fucking shit. Like I said, he'll put you on some wild shit. Go check out Bills Saturday night. No A.
FBI knocks on your door.
No I. Fuck Bills. We need to get the name. Dude, just put the fucking letters, man. Damn it.
Saturday night with Bills.
So what we know, 8 people were on the bridge when it fell. That's good. That's not too many. At least 2 were rescued. One was taken to the hospital and has been discharged. The Coast Guard has been searching for the 6 other people. Wow. Damn, but around 7:30 p.m., the Coast Guard said it has transitioned to a different phase of operation.
The boat was AI engineered and AI driven.
Is that what it says?
No, I'm just
okay.
bullshit.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about what happened to the people on the boat.
There's an article not article, but piece of the article right here. It says about the ship. The bridge collapsed after the container vessel called Dal collided with one of its supports. Dal is operated by Singapore-based Synergy Group, but had been chartered to carry cargo by Danish shipping giant Maersk. The U.S. Embassy in Singapore has been in contact with the country's maritime and port authority, a State Department spokesperson said. The investigation. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation. Its chairperson, Jennifer Hamidi, said a team of 24 experts will dig into the nautical operation, vessel operation, safety history records, owners, operators, company policy, and any sort of safety management systems or programs. Hamidi said Voyage data recorder will be critical to the investigation, she added. Also, it's Dolly. I'm sorry, I didn't see
so
that.
Dolly, this is interesting.
Left common shipping ports before crash.
So
clusters of ships coordinates show typical route.
And then there's Dolly's path. So
they did not get far.
Off path. Is that what you're saying?
Clusters of the unmarooned from the port. Keybridge is Keybridge. Yeah. Okay. The ship hit the bridge at 1:27, causing it to collapse.
That's crazy. Dude.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, it's interesting. It's super fucking close. It seems like from where they were at least taken off from.
And again, where is the captain?
And they're just, and yeah, I mean, definitely super sad. I mean, imagine the people that are just working on the bridge. That's a fucking travesty that they just went to work and the whole fucking bridge they were filling in the holes on fucking collapsed. I will say though, thank God that didn't happen in the middle of the day. I read something that said that it's like thousands of people use that bridge a day basically to commute. So now they're having issues in the city where there's other, like backed up areas and stuff because the bridge obviously isn't going to, be operational.
Someone probably got fired for being late that day.
Shit. Oh man, no, you got to
boy who cried wolf. You've been late too many times, Charlie.
Somebody might have been waiting, just for an excuse to fire a motherfucker. Yep. So no, that could be true. Not quite as traumatic as losing one's life. No, or maybe is actually less traumatic since you're not around to experience that afterwards. But not for other people. That's a fucked up scenario.
You're in a better place.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like this, though, you do end up having local officials and things like that straight up lose elections based off how they handle responses to things like this.
Good point.
Yeah, like Baltimore,
election year.
Oh, bro, 100%. How they turn around and respond to this kind of thing. And I actually saw a lot of criticism, which is interesting, of the governor because one of the first things he was saying was like, "Hey, let's all pray" and stuff like that. And people are like, "Fuck you for praying."
Build us a bridge.
Build us a bridge, and find people that are missing, which I get. People sometimes I think view like people praying on something as being idle and not taking real action.
It doesn't
yourself.
feel genuine at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you do want to pray.
How do we know that you even prayed?
I'm sure. Well, I mean, if this guy's religious, which I'm not that familiar with him, but if he's religious, I'm sure he prayed. I actually have heard somebody recently saying that basically to say that you're going to pray for somebody. I don't remember who it was. It was like a YouTuber or some shit. They had some argument about
just comment back amen and there it is.
Well, I think it might have been Destiny. He was arguing with somebody about like saying that it was with Candace Owens. That's what it was. He said that for her to say that, she'll pray for this lady who was supposedly a whore, was condescending. And
that's condescending.
So on and so forth.
Oh, well, hey, pray for you to change. Fuck you. Pray for you.
Pray for yourself, bitch.
Don't pray for me.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't really see it as a negative gesture. Like praying for,
guess.
I mean, like to bring it back to
malicious without intent.
For bringing it back to
I'll pray for you because you're gay.
Bring it back to the Baltimore.
That's kind of fucked up, right?
No, this wasn't that. This was this lady was saying that she like just has sex with a lot of men for money. So she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna pray for you. I hope you
recover from the sickness.
Just get better, bitch. Goddamn,
Jesus.
Be more like Candace." Hey man, I love
Buy
Candace,
my book.
I'll be honest. I got a thing for her. She's awesome. I do. I enjoy her. Well, I'm not gonna say I enjoy her content because I don't watch her independent content, but I like what she contributes to other conversations because she just has a polarizing.
She has a confident way of speaking,
and she has a polarizing point of view. So it's like there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, but see, a lot of that, and again, we can get it back on topic. But I do have a big question about it. How much of it is because she can monetize off of it, and how much of it is legitimate? Like that's where it's like, because it's like some of the things that she says kind of just makes you like smack your head, and it's like,
a lot of it though
really thinks that?
There's a lot of like, I think there's a lot of intersection, unless you're just going to say that a lot of it is like all of it is bullshit, but people that don't even monetize that viewpoint also have a lot of those kind of like intersecting beliefs. Now, I mean, it is fair criticism to Candace Owens because it's possible that she's preying on those people, so she's holding whatever kind of like positions that those people might be interested in hearing. so she can, get money from them and so on and so forth, and support. But and definitely I think people get like captured by their ideology a little bit. So it's like you end up becoming
every side and every walk.
Well, sure. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Dude,
so it's like,
we got people killing each other over football teams.
True. I mean, but I'm even saying like, so like with like
ideology is more important.
Say for example, like to your point though, say to like with Rachel Maddow being a liberal TV show anchor, she is I don't know. It is in her best interest from a money standpoint for all of her points of view most likely to line up so she can appeal to the audience that's already being force fed to her on what the fuck is hers, CNN. So it's like so yeah, I think that you end up having, or even fucking Bill O'Reilly, for example, like somebody like people are coming back to him to hear that conservative point of view.
Right.
They want to hear that specific point of view, and you could play with that a little bit, but if you stray too far from it, then I mean you're basically in conflict with the team that's already coming to support you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if you're a conservative and you're going to be in favor of say abortion, you know what I'm saying? Like you may line up with all the other shit, but say for whatever reason you feel like, people should be able to make their decision on that. Yeah, I wonder, like in Candace Owens' case, to make it more salient, she may pass on speaking that opinion to light because that's going to be counter to what most of her audience is going to want to hear. I've even had people on here be like, "Oh, hey, you believe in fucking people should be able to get abortions?" Fuck you, literally on here with like way less viewers than what Candace Owens gets.
Which again, why is that where we're at? Where we can't just say, "Hey, listen, like fundamentally, this is where I'm at," but I don't have to agree with everything. And that's where I say that the monetize, and you hit on that, is because it's like there isn't one topic where these influencers disagree. Yeah. And then you have the show hosts on each network. And again, both MSNBC and Fox News both do it. And then now you have News Nation, all these that do it. But where you can't have the opposite, like you can't share any type of like normal view or oppose it and say, hey, well, maybe I disagree here. Yeah. But fundamentally we're the same. And it's just like what's pushed people away from the religion again on our generation is the fact that it's like, all right, with all this evidence, we still can't say, hey, maybe this is wrong, but in the fundamental, it's this. I feel like that's where it is with politics. And it's just kind of, it's kind of shitty. I mean, because it's like to this question, Bill O'Reilly writes history books, right? Mm-hmm. Novels that are history, nonfiction about Abraham Lincoln and all these presidents. I don't know if he's writing that without a bias. You know what I mean? Like, is he going? He like?
So is it fair to assume that we all have a bias though? So I mean, like, how could he write anything without a bias ever? You could just consciously try to.
You can have a bias, but then you can be honest though, and you can sit there and understand that, like, although you disagree, there's a sense of understanding. Yeah. So like agree to disagree, but we're not going to fib on it or mislead or misguide. And it's like I don't know. We've gotten to this place where it's just like, it's so you have to be here. And then everyone else is kind of just like getting like pissed off in the middle.
Yeah, I agree. So, I do agree that especially as the media representation of it is pretty completely polarized. So you get like just one point of view on each of these shows. And I think, but I don't know that that's not because like, that may be what a lot of people want to hear. Like I like to seek out content where there's arguments and things like that. It's one of the reasons I actually appreciate Destiny, because he actually does have some pretty interesting conversations with people that completely disagree with him, whether I don't always agree with him. So, but he'll talk to people that are opposed to his point of views. And a lot of times I think those are some of the most interesting conversations because you do have more things to peel back. I mean, we've even been a part of conversations here, even where it's like, it can get hard though, where there's no, like when you're not even agreeing on what reality is. Right, so it's like you're sitting there arguing about the most surface level reality points because you can't even agree on what that is.
Which again, that's the kind of the question is like, why? I don't understand what possesses us to do it, what possesses people to do it, because it's like, again, liberals, why can't why is it wrong to just accept that one, our country's too far gone with guns to ever take them away, and two, stop fucking campaigning on it. Leave it alone. Okay, like sensible gun laws make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But then we have to understand that there is the other side, and then we have to compromise and agree that okay, well, listen, like there is a reason to have them. Like we get that there are bad people out there, and people do want to protect their families.
Yeah,
and so why not? Yes, there has to be a sensible way of getting it, or not, or selling them, or what you can get. But again, that's all for a conversation. But we can agree, and just like where like on the right, you should be able to say, hey, listen, we're all about freedom, and we don't want to take away freedoms, but then understand that a lot of things that you're going for are taking away freedoms.
So okay, when you're saying like these people on the left and these people are the right, are you talking about like those sides all together? Well, are you talking about the people in government?
Well, like we said, Rachel.
You said stop campaigning on it.
Rachel Maddow,
yeah,
Bill O'Reilly, just these kind of extreme, and then you have like how you have like the MAGA right in politics.
Sure.
At the representative level that are so loud at it, and then you have some people on the left that are overboard loud on the taking away guns, and that like you're going to hear Biden talk about some type of gun ban, right?
So but this is where I wanted to get to. So if you have because I wanted to figure out if you were talking about officials, because we live in a representative democracy, so these people are supposed to represent us. So it's really their opinions almost aren't even supposed to be totally important. They're supposed to represent their constituents. So that's the truth.
No, can I push back on it real quick?
Please go ahead.
You don't want to vote in someone who's just going to do what they're told. You're voting somebody in because you like the way the brain operates, basically.
Yeah.
You trust them in their decision making.
Well, and because their politics are similar to
right.
yours.
Yeah, but they have to be the adult in the room.
Okay, but if somebody is a liberal, and we know, so if we're gonna say like liberals, and by the way, Flu Shiesty, I want to get to your comics. And by the way, real quick, he says to them, keeping guns means killing kids, and I think that's an interesting point. So just to kind of piggyback off of that, even if you come to the point where you're like, hey, as a country, guns, we're too far gone on that. If that is the mission of your party, that guns are dangerous, or you even mentioned like common sense gun laws and things like that, which I think makes a lot of sense. Then don't you kind of have a responsibility, whether it's something that you're ready to wash your hands of because you feel like it's an issue that's too far gone or whatever? Do you have a responsibility to the people you represent that feel, like how Flu Shiesty saying it's a real problem, a mass, like, for example, let's just start at like machine guns. That's definitely how they feel. They're like, hey, AR-15s and things like that. That's really what they're mainly campaigning on, that those things should be illegal. I don't think we've gotten to all guns should be illegal yet. People are afraid. You're kind of using a conservative talking point because they get ahead of that, where they're like, they're going to take your AR-15, then they're going to come take the rest of your fucking shit.
Right. Which is a mislead.
Yeah.
Now, again, like I think I'm going to compare two things that aren't necessarily similar, but they're both impactful on both sides. Okay. And forgive me because my brain's obviously a little so
inebriated.
You have guns on the right, but the left is emotional about it.
Okay.
You have trans rights with the right, with the left, but the right's emotional about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that there is an understanding that via policy and via freedoms and via what this country is, that you have to put emotions aside there and think policy and think common sense and law. You can agree that, hey, although that we are for trans rights, sex changes, a physical sex change in a minor may not be appropriate. And on the left, you have to agree. Now, as far as accepting their identity and who they're feeling they are, that's you as a parent. Don't tell me how to parent. I would accept it. I wouldn't do a sex change, but I would say, hey, whatever you want to do. And then once you're an adult, you're going to make your adult decisions.
Yeah.
But the left has to accept that. The right has to accept that, hey, listen, there is an issue with people being able to purchase the guns. Again, you can go to a gun show and you can tell me what the law is, and then you can go to a gun show and we all know what really goes on. Okay. We had kids in high school going to the gun show on veterans buying guns, and they're not of age.
Yeah.
we can say that, hey, private sales have proven that you can't do a background check. You can't check on any of this, and you're kind of just swapping. Why not go to a gun retailer? Why not do it through some legal avenue, change the legal avenue process and do it to where there is a background check. There's proper checks and balances. Okay. I feel like we can say that somewhat, even disagree that there's some kind of common sense, right?
Sure.
But on both sides, there are so many other topics that make you a conservative Republican. I don't know if conservative is necessarily Republican. Conservative is more middle now, or Democrat.
Yeah.
So you kind of have the fundamental values of taxes, of healthcare, social services, a military budget, education budget, unions, things like that you rely on via policy. And like we've talked about, where it's like you're not necessarily voting in just the president, you're voting in their cabinet.
Sure.
and their policy making. So that's where I say, listen, as Biden, don't even fucking go over guns if you want people to take you serious outside of your extreme left.
Yeah, but if he completely ignores it, then I don't know how.
Are Democrats not going to vote for him if he ignores the gun laws?
If he completely, I mean, what if we have another mass shooting between now and the election? You guys gonna ignore it because it's not a popular opinion?
But emotionally, okay, take emotional out. What would to stop a mass shooting?
Yeah.
What gun law would prevent it?
So, okay, let's say hypothetically that it's used with a specific type of gun, like say an AR-15. That's, like I said, that's I think where most of the argument is. And for me personally, I don't even agree with that. I think that it should be legal, but I think that the argument that's being had is that certain guns there shouldn't be access to. So let's say if it was done with an AR-15, and I know some people are like, oh, if they don't have this, then they'll use this. If they don't have a gun, they'll use a knife, for example.
Oh, come on.
It's like, but there's a certain level of damage that could be done with certain types of weapons. So yeah, something like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, say if it's done with a AR-15, you could theoretically said, or even like what you mentioned, like sometimes we hear that these, like a mass shooter gets a gun from like something like a gun show, or gets it through like some kind of like private sale on fucking Craigslist. So make that illegal.
Yes.
Now, would those people still come in contact? Who knows? But that avenue where they're doing it completely guilt-free, if you will, you don't have to allow that to be there. You should make it harder.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Everyone, we all know the gun violence.
Yeah.
And we all know that there are strict gun laws in Chicago.
Okay.
But what's forgotten is that Indiana is a 30-minute drive
from Chicago.
From Chicago.
Yeah.
And Indiana is one of the 3 most relaxed states on gun laws.
Well, I mean,
so it's you go to the state where you can get it 30 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the guns you need, and then you come back and sell it in the streets. I think that's probably more what's going on. And again, that's kind of like an issue.
That could be, but then as a president, that doesn't mean that you actually would be the person to try to
state rights. It's hard.
Well, it push for some kind of like universal, or like
universal law, which again, that's where it gets loud. But again, that's where you push a lot of the middle people away, because again, man, a lot of them, we have more guns in this country than people. We know that. And a lot of liberals own guns. Again, it's not just one party affiliated to own a gun.
Yeah.
So the thing is, people, and especially in this country, like our guns.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see an issue going to a shooting range. I don't see an issue shooting ski. I don't see an issue hunting. I do think that there's an over thing, but I think that our agencies do a good job policing it.
We do have things in place for that.
Yeah. So but yeah, I do think that we all have to admit that there are certain things that need to be done. Now, there is a law that Obama tried to place years ago. They got voted down because Mitch McConnell said that he wasn't going to vote anything through, but it was going to put it was going to add to the budget for police to add armed officers at every school, every public school, to and put more measures in.
More guns in the school.
Well, did that help in Texas? No.
Yeah. Okay.
But at the end of the day, like, I do think that there are things that we can do to help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think so too. And I think regardless, we shouldn't be sitting idly by. Like, that's just such a fucking defeatist mentality. Just be like, where there's just nothing we could do about this period. I think you're right with your initial statement, where it's like, we have to accept it as part of our culture, and we have to, figure out how to just make it safer for everybody involved. I don't think you can completely get rid of it, but it's definitely things that you can address with just our relationship with guns and many things for that matter. Number 2,
which again, man, like it is scary every day to think about like your kid at school, man. Like
sure,
especially like some schools
dude,
have systems where they lock after like the announcement, but you always have like the parents who they're able to like get inside and stuff because hey, I got to bring my kids something, and they've already been known by the faculty, so they get in. And it's like, dude, like it's just scary because if that's the case and that's somebody that's not good, then there's no way out, and there's no way that you can get in. You know,
I think. I mean, there were even in the middle of the day though. There was one time I was at school in Indianapolis, and there was this kid that I was just in the hallway chilling or whatever, and dude came in, fucking knocked his ass out. Fucking sucker punched the shit out of him right in his eyeball, and left. It was a grown ass man. It was because he was upset because he was dating his daughter and he was like a senior and probably maybe even a little old, maybe an older senior.
Dude came in and fucking, good for you, Dad.
Yeah, no, fucking, and just slid. And then later on that day, I remember seeing that kid in class. I actually had like an English class with him, and he had a fucking black eye. Yeah,
but bro, Northborough High School, bro. Listen,
and that's open,
bro, wide open.
Yeah, dude, what?
Why the fuck?
How can you can't even stop somebody from walking on that bitch,
dude?
This school was enclosed. Like he walked into a building. It was the whole school was like a building. But Northport, that's a great example.
Hallways.
Most places in Florida is completely open. It's like not secure at all. Like there's just nothing you could do to prevent a situation like that at one of those schools,
bro,
or at least prevent somebody from getting on the campus, I should say.
Right, and then not only that, so. Yeah, they may gate the parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have behind the baseball field is off Biscayne, where you can just drive right up, walk across a little drainage ditch, and then you're literally on campus. And it's like, crazy. It's kind of
by the way, Flu says the executive at Clinton Airport just died in an ATF raid for using his status at the airport to traffic illegal firearms. Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to do with that status, brother?
Jeez.
Well, I mean, they're on his ass. Well, I mean, he died in the raid. So, wow. All right. Fucking legality means nothing to these people.
Which is wild, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do feel you on that. I think.
Where's Batman?
I think this is an interesting argument because I do feel that to a certain extent. But I don't think like it's like a bell curve. There are people that I agree with you that it's not going to mean anything to. There's going to be probably a big portion of people that probably could get access to a gun if they wanted, but would only if there's some kind of crazy thing that happens in their life. Then there's going to be the people on the end of the spectrum, which will have literally no access to it regardless. I think that some of those people that won't have access will be, for example, kids that were trying to keep the gun. I don't know where the fuck I would have bought a gun at school. And I'm sure there's kids that had guns at school. Especially honestly, when I went to Indianapolis, that was a shit area. So it's like, yeah, I'm sure there's kids, and I'm sure there's. I guess I would have had to ask around or some shit.
Yeah, one kid who he got mad because
I could have got it from my dad, to be honest.
Bro, he got mad because he got in trouble. Bro, he didn't get like arrested in trouble. He just got told like you can't have that here. In his truck, he had the hunting rifle up on the back on the windshield of the truck, and it's like, dude, you can't come to school with their fucking rifle hanging up in the truck. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, I might.
I wonder, like, for example, with the legality thing, like, why?
And you're not even you're too young to have that gun.
If legality, it means nothing to these people. Which, like I said, I agree that there's the extreme cases. Like, I mean, the cases where somebody's going to shoot a school up, they're already planning on doing some shit like that. I guess why would they even care about being caught for anything else? So I understand like those special cases. But I think that, like I said, it causes there to be a little bit more of a barrier for entry. Essentially,
what like something like stopping illegal sales could do is not.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is last.
Go ahead.
And also to just piggyback off the legality thing, why have any firearm free zones? You know, if it's completely just out the window legality, there's nothing we can do about this. There's a reason we have those areas that we then more times than not successfully enforce, to be honest,
and everybody understands it,
and everybody mostly understands it. Now you do have, once again, the
asshole.
psychopaths even. But here, I want you to forget what you're saying if you still have it. My bad. I was
no.
yeah.
If like with the private sales, it wouldn't really stop like big like mass shootings like that, right? Like it's unfortunately, but what you would kind of eliminate are those. I think those senseless murders where somebody gets emotional. They're mad. They like I said, you buy it off Craigslist or you buy it off somebody. I mean, I knew a guy who would do AC work. He owned a business. He'd do AC work, and there were times he'd do an install for 2 guns. And it's it's like, yo, like you don't know if that dude caught his wife cheating 2 weeks ago and now he's gonna go. Like you don't know. So
or even if he's giving you a gun,
or if he's a felon and he just went away for I don't know, sexual assault, and then now he's pissed off. And he's going like you have no idea because they're not doing a background check.
I think one thing that's kind of interesting, you kind of like got the
psychos going. Are out there, the crazies out there. So
and you got the gears going from this perspective, like the times that people just have access to firearm, don't really need it, but they have them. So then now all of a sudden it's in their car and they have some altercation at a bar or something. They go out and get that bitch.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight you and shoot you
because there's that barrier for entry. Maybe that person's less likely to then just have a gun that they have access to go grab it out of the car. Obviously, now in America, if anybody wants it for any reason, there's very little barrier for entry if you really want to educate yourself on it. So I think that they should I think honestly, I'm pretty lenient on even what kind of guns people should be able to own. I think like the AR-15, like a ban on that, to be honest, I think that would be kind of silly.
I think 50 cals and RPGs, that's just wild.
Yeah, when it gets
why are you selling grenades like at the gun show? Like, what do we need a fucking grenade for? You can't hit a deer with a grenade.
Well, it will also, but then some people would say it's in case of a tyrannical government.
Yep.
Just saying.
You're right.
Well, okay.
I agree.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's a part of the reasoning, and I could see that, especially at one time in this country where that kind of balance of power could have been more significant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean now, motherfuckers got tanks and fucking goddamn drones. Although I did watch a video yesterday of this motherfucker Elon Musk is like,
I was just about to bring him up.
He's like, the guy asked him about AI. He's like, AI. He's like, man, you could fucking take over a building with like $900, get drones and put face recognition software in them and put like this crazy shit. Basically, he's talking about sending drones into a work building and then just sending them after a person and then blowing up when they get to the person. I'm like, this motherfucker.
We need to stop Lex Luthor, dude.
Yeah, he needs to stop playing fucking Halo.
This guy is like he watched Superman too much. And he's like, that Lex Luthor guy had it right, bro.
He could be me.
Like he's making robots, sending rockets up in space, satellites spying on people. He's oh, here you go, Ukraine. Here's some Starlink. Now it's not going to work with your drones. Russia's using it.
Batman versus Superman actually had a kind of interesting.
And we don't have Superman to save.
They had an That's true. They had an interesting kind of like storyline that they're going with because this makes me think of it. By the way, Flu Shiesty said God made us different, but Smith and Wesson made us equal. Daddy. I was saying,
I ain't throwing no hands. I'm throwing some lead.
In that situation with Lex Luthor, though, he at least viewed Superman. It was interesting because they kind of played off of extraterrestrial, alien, or like God, basically. I don't know if you remember this, but that was the whole like kind of thing for the movie. So obviously, Lex Luthor was like, "Fuck this guy. He's an alien. He's coming. He's taking all this like admiration. This should be me." So then he wants to take down Superman.
What if aliens do come here to protect us because we are their kin?
Yeah, it would be nice, man.
An alien screwed a monkey. And then here we are.
Imagine
they created us.
Why the fuck would an alien fuck a monkey sick?
Bro, listen. He got drunk one night. He was flying out. He saw it. So what if
that's what all this just came from?
What if I do this? And then he did it, and he wasn't proud of himself, so he flew off. And then he came back like probably like 5 years later. He came back and then was like, "Oh my God, what did I create?" And then he had to he felt a responsibility.
Well,
to kind of teach
I don't know
the
if you feel
way.
that way. It'd be like disappointed. You'd be like, "What the fuck did I like?" Yeah, to come back here and see us on here talking to Flu Shiesty about fucking P Diddy getting his house raided for the fucking CP. Yeah, no, he'd probably just say, "Let me go back to my fucking home planet of Xantar."
Yeah, true that. Well,
being a criminal on the loose, getting chased by drones is wild. Yeah, that'd be fucked up. Imagine if they could just put a like you're on the run. They just put some like what Elon was talking about, face recognition software. Although I will say my iPhone sometimes,
CCTV, bro.
I'm like iPhone, and it's like I don't know who you are. I'm like, damn, I just have longer hair,
bro. My iPhone, you get in your car on a Saturday, and it's like this amount of time to Smokehouse, this amount of time to Pickleball Place, this amount of time. It's like, how the fuck do you know where I'm about to dip to?
Yeah.
It's like you know my routine. Man, who the fuck you working for, man?
That's true. Yeah,
what's going on here?
I never had it be that specific. That's
Apple
wild.
Maps,
They
you
know
piece of
pickleball.
shit.
Like that's very specific.
Wild.
But I did have it be like to work, like go to work or like after work, be like, okay, it's time to go home and shit. So I'm like, that's a little skeptical. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, yeah, imagine the situation where that. I will say there was a Black Mirror episode where they had like mechanical dogs chasing down people, and they would like explode these like tracking beams. And it would get under your skin. And actually, if they hit you with that, then you're just fucked. Because then they just nonstop could chase you down.
That's scary.
It was fucked up. It was wild. Go if you haven't watched Black Mirror.
Nah,
oh my god, watch that, please. You don't like scary shit.
So there was this movie when I was a kid. I don't know if it came out in the 80s or I'm not born in the 80s, but or if it was a 90s movie. I just don't remember. But it was about like cars started like driving themselves and like attacking, like just like wrecking humanity.
And you're not talking about Christine, right? Like, because that's just one car. This was several cars.
Oh, it was several because I really remember a semi in the movie, but
yeah,
but no, I
did see that flew. Yes, sir. I was on that.
Elon Musk and his Teslas. Who knows? Who knows with this AI motherfucker? Okay,
okay.
Microchips. He's creating robots. Listen.
Well, no, and like I said, he straight up was like, "Look, you put the little thing in the thing. It's not even." He literally said it's not even that expensive. Because he basically his point was you being worried about AI, that's not even like we could literally kill each other easily. But I mean, which is hilarious. This motherfucker might have been infected. I don't want to get into this. Have you seen this? Have you seen this back and forth? But I can't help it. Westworld. On Westworld, that was actually one of the twists. So it's all about AI, robots, all this becoming sentient, blah, 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 blah. Amazing show. If anybody likes mind-blowing shit, watch that show. I'll say like season 2 at the end of it, there was the last episode. It was like the last 30 minutes. I was literally nonstop, like a child. Like I was like, what in the fuck? I could have never imagined they were going this way. I was looking at my girl. I was like, just, it blew my mind. So yeah, Westworld, great. It's on HBO and also not scary, so you don't gotta worry about it. You don't gotta watch a funny show after. But it does get wild, and from like just thinking of AI kind of like intellectual whatever thing, it's interesting. And damn, oh why I was saying that is because eventually what happens, and this is a spoiler for later seasons, but it has nothing to do with the earlier seasons, so you can still watch those, and those are the best ones anyways. But it ends up being a scenario where this dude has like AI is working through this human. So you think that's like, is this guy fucking AI or like what the fuck's going on with him? Ends up being no, he's 100% legit. He's a human being. It's just that he's taking orders at this point from like this earbud that is all AI and it's telling him what to do and all that. So like the reason I say that is because of initially Elon was saying that we should actually ban AI.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, this was like probably like 8 years ago or something at this point. But he was saying that this is like the demon in the bottle or some shit like that. Basically, like saying like, hey, and he's still kind of consistent to that point where it's like he's saying once you let this out, there's no stopping it. It will, get crazy.
Nice.
But yeah, he was saying that I remember him even. This is how definitive his statement was, that it was the single biggest threat to mankind. So now his answer, he's defending that because now he's getting into AI with Twitter and stuff like that, I'm sure in many other ways. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting, kind of his perspective change on that, and then just the psychotic fucking fantasy that he ran us down.
He smoked weed one time, bro.
Oh well, did you see the Don Lemon interview?
I did not. I need to watch it.
It's all good. It's really not that crazy. It's really not that crazy. So one thing that they do talk about though is he does use ketamine for medical purposes. He has like a prescription for it. Okay. So he asked him about that. He actually didn't like that. He's like, why the fuck would you ask me about that? And
he got fired right after that. So this is wild.
Well, I mean, they kind of had an interesting.
But he's all about freedom of speech, no?
They kind of had an interesting arrangement though, because he was still just producing his own show. The only thing, because I saw Don Lemon talk about this afterwards. So as long as this is the truth, then this is what happened. He said that basically the agreement that they came to, which actually seemed like a sweet deal, was only that he would release certain content specifically, like exclusive to Twitter. And just like from 8 minutes to like 12 minutes long. So basically cut his podcast up, his long form shit. And just some of those clips would go exclusively on Twitter. So it seemed like a great deal. He would still be able to post his actual content everywhere and profit off of it. So that deal just kind of got changed. So now he still is going to be able to, and this is one way that Elon is consistent, is that he's still going to allow him to post on Twitter. He's not going to ban it. Although I think that if he were to do that, it would be such a fucking nightmare for him, because he would look like such a hypocrite. So I could understand the selfish reasons as to why he won't make that move. So I'm not trying to fucking give him a round of applause for that necessarily. But I will say that he hasn't completely went against that, because he obviously has the power to completely kick him off his platform altogether and say, fuck you can't use it, this as an outlet. All right, let's see what else we got to get into today. I definitely want to make sure, I wanted to respect the title. We got to get into Diddy. Diddy, yeah. So he got his home was raided today. His private airplane was grounded. I read, although I did read something where people are like, "Hey, is he trying to dip?"
I saw something where he was going to
just in case there's anything that happened.
Cape Verde.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw that. And people were like, they didn't know if he was on the plane at that time. This was earlier in the day. So I did see some wild videos too. I don't know. Have you seen the videos of him? Like, he's like at public gatherings and he looks so paranoid. I don't want to say God, but
not. But so this is drugs and people, or just people?
Oh yeah. So people,
because a drug mule got caught too, right?
Supposedly hit. I think that might have been like, I don't
21-year-old.
Yeah, it might have been though. I don't know if, I'm sure they'll attach trafficking to it as far as like drug trafficking, but like some of what I was reading, it seemed like it was more of like a personal drug mule. Like he was bringing just like KD drugs for probably parties and shit like that. So I guess it's still, like I said, I'm sure they're going to be able to attach that to him as trafficking, but I don't know if that was him bringing in drugs and then being like a distributor to like streets and shit like that.
Bro, listen, all I gotta say is whatever I've listened to one person for years, and I'm telling everyone to do it. When 50 Cent says something about somebody, the shit's fucking true.
My bad.
Okay, just listen to whatever 50's telling you.
Yeah, he's ahead of the curve.
He has called this one again, man. All of us knew that he was guilty.
Just because he sees these nasty motherfuckers for real. He sees them.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's not a secret as to what these guys. That's why I get him to the Greek with a little bit of a side eye, because I'm like, a lot of times you find out afterwards, like with Weinstein from fucking Hollywood, with the Quentin Tarantino movies. Yep. Like that ends up being something that people are like, oh yeah, it was kind of known. It's like, what the fuck do you mean it was known? None of you guys want to say shit like at all?
Bro, what's his face?
Brian Singer. I don't know if you know who that is. You know who that is?
Yeah.
X-Men, bro. He's having like little kid parties.
Dude,
had like little kids all up in the pool, little boys and shit.
Dude, what's his name from Horrible Bosses and shit? Kevin Spacey.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. I think he beat those charges technically.
Oh, sorry,
allegedly. But I mean, it's fucking psycho. I don't know,
bro. Wow.
Did you see the video he released after the dude died?
Yes.
Oh, it's so psychotic.
It was chilling.
It was chilling,
bro.
It was chilling,
bro. The
holy moly.
But you see, people are all why they come after Diddy and not what's his fucking name from Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider. And it's like, well, Dan Schneider was never caught doing anything. Yeah. Very creepy guy. Yeah. Like, I don't know what he was doing in the editing room with all those clips that he was having, like the kids do those weird sexual things.
Yeah,
very weird.
Yeah, but what's being alleged on Diddy is nuts.
Yeah. So
like,
and when the agencies, which my God, I just got to give it up to the ATF, like he said, caught the guy from the airport smuggling guns. FBI's been bringing down. This is another sex trafficking thing that they brought down. These agencies that people say are crooked seem to really be doing their fucking job. Like I think that the Epstein shit really opened up a door. Yeah. The Weinstein shit opened up a door. The Snyder shit kept the door open. And these investigations take years. They take time to build. You have to have enough proof to where you can spend taxpayers' dollars on it, to where it's you can definitely get these people so they don't know that you're on their trail and you just missed your fucking shot. So
so I feel you on that. But I
feel like there's more dominoes that are going to fall.
Well, and I mean, I guess I hope not. Just I hope there's not that much of this kind of shit being done. But I think this is where this is kind of illuminating when you see how much of just the culture in general.
Right.
This is in these industries, which we've honestly always known these industries to be predatorial because from a contractual standpoint, for example, like this is a lot of the ways that we have been kind of harping on this the past 20 years or so, but really over the past 10 years, probably you're seeing more of a outcry based off of, these kind of things that are like up and running operations, which is fucking wild. Like when we talk about the Epstein shit, that is crazy to think a motherfucker was flying people out to an island to do the wildest shit. It's crazy to think that Diddy, somebody that we're seeing, he's a fucking movie. He's one of the richest people in hip hop. I know for sure. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's fucking he's on TV shows.
For the amount of TV shows he's had.
Fucking random ass X Factor knockoff that he did.
The Four. He was on the Four. He had his Making the Band. Didn't they have like a show with his family?
So he's not a like obscure figure in this industry or in American culture in general. He's not like I don't know, like it's not fucking K Camp. You feel me? I don't know if you guys remember K Camp. He still drops some heaters, or even Chief Keef. I know everybody's gonna know Chief Keef in hip hop. So super influential, still is around today. Diddy is out of this fucking atmosphere. So it's like
he's Dre level.
Yes, exactly. That's a great comparison. So that's a phenomenal comparison.
Been around since the late 80s, 90s.
Which actually another thing we should touch on before we move from this topic, sold the rest of his shares of Revolt today. So he literally had a fucking television
channel. And that is like some of the most telling shit, bro. This motherfucker is guilty.
Yeah, how was he so tied in? When
I get it.
When over and over again, the conversation is like, especially for people who are black and stuff like that, you look at it, you're like, we can't break through to that level. Why the fuck is this motherfucker the guy that's like broken through to the highest level, is hanging out with billionaires?
Because he played their game.
Well, by the way, that's the sick part, is that
he
this is part of the
game, bro.
Diddy was fucking rumored to possibly be buying the fucking Carolina Panthers. I don't know if you remember that.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? So he's in these kind of rooms. The fact that the representation, and obviously, you know that this isn't indicative of black people or black culture or anything, but this is the kind of slime ball that you have that reaches that kind of level. Like just kind of disturbing when you think about it that way,
bro. Very disturbing.
But all right, so here, I don't want to spend too much time on that because I want to take in consideration Paul's time here. We do got some videos and stuff to watch, and a few more topics, but we will wait to see that. I did see the pictures of his sons being put in handcuffs.
I can't wait for more information.
I also saw that they got a lot of their belongings out of his house today. After that, well, here, actually, before we move on, I should just show you guys the rest of this article here. Oh, this is actually kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, goddamn.
How fast do you think he's going to take? How fast do you think he's going to try to get a deal?
I don't know, man, because here's his sons. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough because, he has the means to actually fight this. So it's like he isn't in a powerless position. He has a shit ton of money. Probably why he's selling his fucking. I mean, this is a Fed case too, so it's like that's like a 90 something conviction rate.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean, either way, he's just in a position where, I mean, yeah, if you want to say 90 something conviction rate, but he's in like the 90 fucking probably 8 percentile of, or probably higher than that, as far as like, resources and just general wealth in America. So he does have the means to fight it. I don't know. I could imagine him fighting it, to be honest. I think, and also Diddy's wild. So I can imagine him taking this to trial and not flipping. And it seems like he may be pretty high towards the top. So it's like, yeah, I'm sure anybody that would be higher than Diddy in this kind of like scenario is probably extremely dangerous.
Go over there. We have overwhelming industry to prove that his claims are complete lies.
Ooh. said Combs' attorney, Sean Hawley, said in response. Here, let me read it just because you mentioned this. I want to make sure that people can hear it. This is from P. Diddy's attorney here. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies, said Combs' attorney, Sean Hawley, said in response. We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate actions against them. Go up to the top of the suit. Yeah. Just read it. The suit filed in federal court in New York accused Combs of repeated instances of unsolicited groping and sexual touching. It also says the man had to work in a bathroom while Combs showered and walked around naked.
So this must be somebody that was working for him.
Yeah, a lawyer for Combs called the events described in the lawsuit pure fiction. He is kind of wide open for that. I mean, the problem is, though, that you're having people come raid your fucking house looking for guns and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah, but he definitely was getting hit after the Cassie
he had Tupac
lawsuit.
shot in his studio, so I'm just saying, I mean, this guy's always been dirty.
Well, I mean,
allegedly,
and the other accused of Biggie's murder as well.
Who knows about Aaliyah?
Really, I didn't know that. I thought it's because he was leaving.
Nah, I'm saying, who knows? I mean,
who knows?
Who knows how many murders this man?
Yeah, no, Diddy wild. Hip drop. Let's talk about the hip drop tackle.
Tackle.
That is going to be banned this upcoming season from the NFL. We definitely saw a lot of people lose their ACLs to that this
ankles,
year.
Yep, Kendrick Drake.
Yeah, and Mark Andrews. Scared me a little bit. He was on my fantasy team. Fuck me.
You won though, right?
I did our league, but I ended up losing another league where I had him too. I had him in every league. He was one of the players that it was nice. It was a good year for me. I did win in 2 of the 3 leagues I was in. Hip drop tackle, so that is going to be banned. I want to get your opinion on that, Paul. Anybody in the comments, let me know, just from a viewing standpoint and from a gameplay standpoint, how much do you think this is going to affect the game on Sundays? How do you feel about
unpopular opinion, I guess. I'm in favor of the rule change. I think that, like, the play against Mark Andrews, there was a clear path to be able to get his shoulders. I forget who was making the tackle for the Bengals, but he had a clear path to be able to get his shoulder into the hip and head around in front and make a driving tackle. And then instead, what he did was he grabbed around the hips, threw his weight down, and then landed on top of the knees and ankles of Mark Andrews and twisted his knee and blew his knee out.
Yeah.
So I think that there is a way to tackle people without doing that. I think that there's going to be a strong emphasis in this year, which they always do, and everyone's going to get loud. There's going to be tackles that you don't think that that's what it is, but they're obviously going to go ahead and throw it. It's just like with the leading with the head, targeting. You've seen those penalties go down over the past few years because it's not being as strictly enforced, because it's understood. And we all understand now why those rules are in place. So yes, football is supposed to be a gladiator sport. Yes, football players are tough men, but at the same time, they're fucking human beings who also have to go through the rehab. They also have to go through the psychological trauma of it. They're also the ones who, after they're done giving you enjoyment of watching them play, and you move on to the next guy who came in, having to live for the next, hopefully 50, 60 years, but with the knee issues and the ankle issues that are already going to come with football, that you don't need unnecessary tackles to add to it. Yeah. So I think that there is a way to make the safer and still keep tackles. I mean, those hits are not big hits.
Sure.
We took away grabbing up the nameplate horse collar tackle for the same type of reason. It was taking knees out.
Yeah. So how much of this do you think creates an advantage for the offense, though, an offensive player? Because a lot of this is specifically
maybe
limiting
3-4 plays a game.
Okay. Each of those, or just for all of them combined?
What do you mean?
Well, like a hip drop tackle, in some cases, I'm sure it is possible, but like to put yourself in the position where you're doing tackling Mark Andrews the correct way, for example, probably gives him a little bit more of an opportunity to use his own strength and leverage to possibly be able to get you off of him at that point.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, how much of a advantage does that not necessarily take away from the defense, but give to the offense? If it's not enforced, then I don't really see as either side having an advantage. That's why I say the defense doesn't even have an advantage at this point. You're taking away, you're only kind of like adding, these roadblocks to the defense, and then, creating an advantage, I think, pretty clearly for the offense.
Yeah, I guess,
especially when you
yes and
compound
no.
all these, because like more times than not, these rules that at least the big rules that get passed that we really focus on are ones that benefit the offense. So you don't get. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't think of.
Well, I mean,
can't think of many new ones that benefit the defense.
I mean, yeah, but again,
Yeah.
I mean, the defense is the attacker.
Okay.
So I mean,
Sure.
the rules are going to favor. I mean, it's
make it
not like
illegal?
we allow holding.
I
want to
ask you a question. I want to ask you a question here. So what if why not make it illegal for a offensive player to truck people at all? Like, for example, we just saw when the fucking what happened to DeMar Hamlin. That's what happened, right? He put his head in his chest.
Yeah.
Am I right on that? Yeah. I'm kind of fuzzy on that.
Yeah,
but either way,
that's a one in.
Well, I mean, but obviously
forever.
But obviously, it's dangerous.
I mean, trucking people is different than you using a way to just completely take someone's weight from underneath them, and then you see what happens with the knees.
Well, I mean, I'm using that as an example, though. That is a case where you could obviously fucking shatter somebody's chest.
Yeah,
like Derrick Henry could shatter a fucking man's chest.
I don't know. That's. I mean, you got pads there, but
okay,
I mean,
let him run through you. Then
we can just stretch it, but. I think if they were to take away offensive holding, then you can say that they're making rules for the offense to score. I think this is enough. People were losing knees and ankles to say, "Hey, listen, I think we can take this out of the game and still have a productive and competitive football game."
Okay, but then let's think about the quarterbacks not being able to be hit underneath their legs in the pocket, for example. Like we didn't have a lot of people get hurt that way. People did get hurt, but not a ton.
That was the Brady rule. That was definitely Brady blew his knee out.
Yeah.
Which again, if you stand in that pocket and you know that you're putting all your weight on your knee, and then someone just comes and again, it's when it's intentional. It's when you have a path to make another play, and instead you choose to go in someone's season or career. And it's like that's where.
But you see how that play could be made, and it obviously gets called all the time. Where the intention isn't to end somebody's career, the intention is just to get the quarterback down. And it gets
well, they have it that if you're getting blocked or you're falling into it, then it doesn't count. Then it's not a flag.
Yeah, well, I mean, I see people grab people on. Like I think Max Crosby. I want to say I saw a play where he got this.
His was bad.
Yeah, he was laying. I think he was already laying on the ground. If I remember.
Yeah, his wasn't good. But again,
and also not being able to land on the quarterback, for example. Like when you tackle him, not being able to follow through.
That's the Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that one's too much.
But these things start to compound. I mean, these things are 15-yard fucking penalties when they get called.
Well, then we should argue and complain about the weight on a quarterback, instead of understanding that this one is a problem. I mean, the weight on the quarterback, that's just part of it. I mean, I don't have come on. That's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
Well, here real quick, Flu says human beings, just because you said earlier, you're like, they're human beings.
Oh, yeah, my pronunciation.
Human beings.
Beings.
One player on the kickoff team gets a large spiked metal glove and gets the backhand. Sack that players. Fuck, not where I thought you were going with that. That's you have a sick mind, brother.
The kickoff rule is pretty cool too.
That being changed, we should talk about.
I like keeping the kickoff.
Yeah, but I don't know. I do see it's almost like the individual rules I don't have an issue with. It's just that it does. I can see how they could become kind of compounding, and you're putting the defensive player in a position where they have to dial back on playing with their instincts because you're making it more and more cerebral. I mean, just them falling on the ground and grabbing a quarterback's leg now gives up. If that's a 3rd and long, for example, you just gave them a first down. Completely changed the landscape of the game.
That goes with when you touch the quarterback's head and it's a 15-yard penalty, and it's like, give me a hand touching the helmet is not a.
Well, what is it when they fall on them? Because that's something that you agreed that was like, that's bullshit. Isn't that 15 yards or am I?
No, it is. Yeah, it's 15.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, these are game changing. Possible.
So with the hip drop, I guess what they're saying is it's more of a. So they have something in writing to fine players.
Gotcha.
So like, hey, listen.
Fine.
Yeah, to find them. So what I guess there's a couple of plays, and I guess what they were saying in the competition committee, they brought it forward and everything was that not saying that it was coached on teams, but you can see where it's not condemned by coaching staffs and teams who use this technique. And it's the same technique as the horse collar, just at the waist. So that's where it's like they're trying. There is no words like verbiage for it.
Gotcha.
Or so now they have in a writing. This is something. They were talking about how it's not really going to be something penalized, maybe in the preseason.
Okay.
But again, I don't know how big they always empathize shit hard the first year, and then after that, it's the kind of just goes with the flow because people understand.
Yeah.
So again, nobody likes to see our favorite players get their fucking knees twisted out. Okay.
Yeah,
and this is the way the eliminate this. So.
I feel you. Here, let's move on. I think this will be a last topic that we get into. Then we'll watch a couple of videos and be up out of here. But I definitely wanted to make sure to touch on this before we got up out of here, man. Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar, recently you heard me talk about it at the beginning of the podcast, was on the Metro Boomin and Future album, We Don't Trust You. And there was a track on there featuring Kendrick Lamar, and he took some shots at Drake, rather. And now, obviously, with bated breath, we're all waiting for Drake's response. I wanted to ask you specifically, actually, if there's any kind of timetable on Drake's response. I've heard that discussed quite a bit, and I thought people's opinion on that was kind of interesting. And I mean, if what you kind of expect from Drake in general. So yeah, timetable and just kind of like what you expect from this.
Well, I mean, timetable. I mean, if we give him one, it's kind of up now, right? I mean, that album came out last week, so it's been a week. I mean, that's where. How long do you need to write something up in response? I mean, the GOAT of it, the best, diss rapper and responder of all time. We'll give it to M.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he really gives you like a 24-hour notice. Like it's like, all right, you said some shit, I heard it, and out comes a fucking diss tomorrow.
Well, I don't know, but he sometimes doesn't respond.
No, yeah, sometimes. Well,
yeah.
I mean, the one he waited, I think, for an entire album. So
has he responded to Benzino again yet? I think he might have.
Has he?
I think he might have. I think
you need to see that.
Yeah, there was like I
forgot about Benzino. I forgot he even pulled that shit.
I don't even think it was the whole. I don't think it was the whole track, but I think it was like his.
Well, at least your time, man.
Yeah, he just like mentioned, like sits the bars his way. But with this Kendrick Lamar, I mean, this isn't the first time. If you guys are familiar with Control, where he kind of like. I don't know if you'd say playfully, but he said a lot of people's names. And in rap, it is so competitive. And that's why I was saying at the beginning of the podcast, I love this. Yes, it reminds me of that kind of the competitive kind of spirit in hip hop, with even your peers, people that you are friends with. I mean, if you listen to like some of like Wu-Tang Clan stories and shit like that, I mean, they would be rapping with their best friends saying they want to fucking tear their head off.
The MJ to Prince comment was dope. Where he said Prince outlived MJ, and that's not the Drake, obviously, because of the record sales, but that's
an interesting, by the way, compare. Like I think that's supposed to be really telling because Drake is considered like in that kind of conversation with Michael Jackson.
Yep,
and rightfully so because of the hits and things like that. So Kendrick does an interesting thing here because then he's kind of putting himself in like that. Equating himself
where
to
people
Prince.
think Prince is better,
but
Michael Jackson had more hits,
thinks is more talented and things like that. So like when you consider their careers overall, it's not a comparison I've heard anybody make about Kendrick. So I think it's interesting for him to introduce that as like
well, Drake has to respond before J.Cole writes something else. So
well, I mean, because he does kind of diss J.Cole a little bit
too. He says
something
about like fuck the big three, don't he?
Yeah, basically, he's just like it's just me.
It's just me.
Whatever.
Fuck the big
so
three, it's just me.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely a shot at J. Cole, but it is much more personal with Drake. That's why the J. Cole, I added his name after the fact because there's this, and then if you're a fan of these two guys, then I'm sure you've caught just subliminal disses going back and forth in their music before. That's why I said with Control and. This is more subliminal, but with Control, what was so special with it about the time is even with how competitive hip hop is, where there's real animosity. A lot of times people won't want to shed any light on the person that they're dissing. So, and Drake does this a lot, where he won't diss people directly, but he'll, have whole songs where they're like with the Kanye diss, where the whole song is him basically talking about him, but he literally never ever says his name. Yeah.
My bad. So, is there a deeper history with Drake and Kendrick? Like, is this real like real beef for Kendrick?
Yeah, I think so like I said, with hip hop being so competitive
I don't
and
get
things
the
like
real
that.
big history on why they would be beefing.
Oh, well, one thing I don't know, it's tough to say because a lot of this stuff I think is not for the public consumption. So there's things that happen behind the scenes that we're not aware of. I did watch like this interview that Drake was doing where they were talking about Drake. I don't know if you're familiar with Drake's album Take Care, but on that he has a song where it's called Buried Alive, I think, and Kendrick Lamar's on it. And this is one of the things that really propelled Kendrick Lamar to like really popular acclaim. Like before that, people loved his mixtapes and shit, but he was doing mixtapes.
Right.
So, so he kind of co-signed him in a way. So this was a little bit after that interview. After they did that track together, and Good Kid, Mad City had came out. I don't know if any other albums had come out, but this was an interview with Drake, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but this was essentially what he said. He told the interview, he's basically like, and even like there's somebody in the crowd that says like Kendrick Lamar, and he's like laughing. He's like, oh, this person said Kendrick Lamar. He's like, that's the only person in here that'll say that. Like really kind of like,
ooh,
yeah, little guy in him. And he's like, you know, Kendrick's a great lyricist, but we have to see him release more albums, you know, like basically saying like, hey, I'm on a different level. When I go into an album, I'm looking at how do I make hits? How do I make timeless records? He's like, is anybody listening to whatever the fuck? So yeah, like shit like that. I could see things like that happening.
Yep,
and
that would piss me off.
And where us from a public standpoint, we're not privy to that. But then that's something that, like I said, if that happened to you, you would probably remember that forever, obviously.
Fuck yeah.
So he's taking some note of that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's taking some note of that. And then now that he has worked himself into a position where he's in that conversation, I think it's even more like, you know, poking the bear, like, haha, I'm here, motherfucker. So now you got to deal with me.
You got to watch out because
also,
Kendrick's a real lyricist. So.
Well, and Kendrick dissed him on the BET cipher that they did with whereas TDE. I don't know if you remember that, but he had some line where he was talking about that he was tucking a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes and shit, and that was supposed to be at Drake. So there's like I said, there's this subliminal kind of thing, and now I mean I think what people are hopeful is that this kind of, it's almost like there's a Cold War happening in a little way, you know what I mean? Like it's like it. And somebody's excited because now Kendrick has put some kind of timeline on it where it's like, okay, now it's out in the public, it's out in the open. You know, I've called you out on the public stage. We need to see something. So rather than it be whenever we get something from Drake and there's going to be some kind of subliminal fuck you, now it puts the onus on Drake. Like, no, we need to really see an outright response. People are actually already looking at, he has like a feature with on the BFB Pac-Man fucking, I don't know if you know who he is. I don't listen to his shit like that, but I've seen him on the internet.
Pac-Man Jones?
I don't know.
He has a song out called SOB, Stand on Business.
No. This is some other guy. Okay. But he
it's actually decent.
Yeah, but this guy has a song with Drake on his album, and people are already saying like, "Oh, is this going to be his response?" I'm gonna read these comments, but then I want to get your opinion on some of the stuff that I've seen as far as people talking about what we're talking about. It's the fans that instigate the shit. That's definitely true. But you can't deny, like, I didn't grab I should have actually grabbed that video that I watched of Drake talking, but it was some like nasty, yeah, like he's little broing you basically. And I can understand somebody taking that a little sensitive. And then now it's at the point where you are in outright competition with one another. Actually, such a good analogy. It really is a Cold War. Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that too, by the way. But yeah, there is this kind of like shit talking back and forth, you know, daring a motherfucker to do something and really put it on the line. And then now you have this kind of like inciting incident that makes it a hot war. And now we're in it. Nah, you really encapsulated it. Oh, well, it's bigger than the fans. Yeah, no, for sure. This is it. It's a, you know, it's rare that we really get they really almost never get an opportunity to see people that you would say, it's hard to argue
old
that
90s
these are not
style like fucking beef.
Well, no, and I'm saying like these are the like two. This is like Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac,
right?
You know, and there's
as long as there's no ending,
of course. But and there's not a ton of parallels to that. Like a lot of times when we see people diss, there are people that are at their career that they actually. Like Ja Rule and 50 Cent,
M50,
they were on their come
Fat
up.
Joe, all them.
They're on their come up. They actually stand something to gain by this interaction. In like Drake, for example, why he says, and he even has a line where he says basically like, "Diss me, you won't hear a word of it," or some shit like that. He doesn't really stand anything from gain. He only brings a bigger platform to whoever is dissing him. So it really isn't his best interest, but. When you're in hip hop and also you're talking about Kendrick Lamar, now you kind of got to say something for real. You know what I mean? Now because he can talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, really, when Meek Mill said what he said about, it's like he didn't have to respond really to Meek Mill. He didn't really respond to Pusha T like that. Although I think he did have one diss track that people are like, but it didn't have the same energy that even it did with Meek Mill. But he didn't have to respond to that because Meek Mill really didn't have any business talking to him like that.
No, Kendrick and Kendrick can put words to paper.
Oh,
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I do like I like it for rap in itself.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a real life, like in life, real time verses. Keep it rap, keep it no through tracks. Fucking have it go back to back to back for a little bit. Give rap fans some great rap for a little bit. Some kind of,
well, and just draw attention to the art form and what's special about it on the biggest, most popular stage. So a lot of times, us as hip hop fans, this beef shit, almost everybody I know that really, if you really, really love hip hop, and you're around my age, then you watch those fucking like beef documentaries and shit. That's what created the lore around it. Even past that, past beef. You had kids that are younger than us that were watching like the Chirac shit and the stuff going on in Chicago, and DJ Academics reporting on it. This rapper killed this rapper, So there's that lore. This kind of like in hip hop, it's like there's such a such a masculine bravado kind of thing where it's like when you see people step up to one another, that's really like, and that's part of like where it was even born from as far as like freestyle rapping. You really get to the essence of it. And with like fucking Kendrick Lamar and Drake for that matter, it's just so exciting to see, like I said, the biggest artists in that genre putting it on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Taylor Swift and fucking Beyonce, you know what I mean? Like beefing in their genre,
real beefing
in their genre. However
Beyonce,
however they do that. Yeah, she said exactly. She didn't want no problems with.
She said Taylor, you came to my genre. I'm gonna go to yours, and then somehow won Innovator of the Year, which was hilarious. The album was trash.
By the way, Flu said Pusha in my mind gave Drake the business. I agree with that, but the thing is, this is the caveat I'll put with that. I don't believe that Drake was ever really like fully
Gucci Jeezy.
Yeah, he wasn't fully committed to getting into that beef, at least from a lyric standpoint. Now, part of that I think is based off what I talked about before, which is Drake doesn't want to give Pusha T his platform, probably really, really doesn't like Pusha T because you're right. Pusha T did give him the business and was vicious. That's why there's a complete different vibe with Pusha T's diss. He is vicious. He's saying, and with also like really good disses, it's amazing because you just hear it's like such a counterculture thing. You're hearing people say shit to hurt people's feelings in like a fun way. You know what I mean? Like Pusha's literally like, you're hiding your kid and you're ashamed of them.
Like, bro.
You know what I mean? And Drake, when he was going crazy and he was going on and he was on Meek Mill's head, I think he bodied Meek Mill, which is crazy because Meek Mill's a fucking battle rapper. When he went on his head, he's like, bro, you're literally riding the coattails of your fucking woman. You look crazy right now. I mean, that was hilarious. He probably pulled punches a little bit because he probably knew some of the Diddy shit. He could have been like, Diddy fucked you.
Bro, and
that's restraint. We talked about that.
He had a relationship with Nicki.
Oh yeah.
So he's trying to
and even
kill her husband.
And even Nicki. I don't have any of these videos. These are just videos I've seen off the internet.
I had a video
but there's a video.
I forgot.
There's a video of Nicki, like she's talking to a streamer, I think, and they get on into like a conversation. She's like, "Oh, you know those industry motherfuckers be fucking each other and shit." And then he's like, "Whoa, really?" And she's just like,
"Bro, Diddy came
like,
out."
Okay, who are you talking about?
Diddy was just in an interview recently where he was talking about how he's like, bro, eyes real big. He's like, now there's fucking all over the industry. There's just fucking everywhere. And it's like, bro, that's a wild time.
That man's just
come out.
He was having flashbacks.
Did you see? Speaking of like dissing people's like kid, like, did you see Charleston White shit at Gilly?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was crazy. Yeah, he's like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna call my son." Yeah. Here, we can talk about that, but let's finish this up. That was fucked up, though. No, you're right. That was super fucked up. That's a different level of beef. So we got Flu Shiesty said 50 and Jada, Gucci and Jeezy. Yeah, the Gucci and Jeezy shit. That probably is like part of what made me like Jeezy was my favorite rapper. That probably had a huge part of that. I was like, it created like I said, it creates a lore behind these people, makes them bigger than life. You know, makes their life seem like a movie. Now, to a certain extent, I'm sure that dehumanizes these people to some people, and that's why some people who are hip hop fans will rob fucking rappers like crazy, like Los Angeles. But rest in peace to him. Got killed by fucking kids, which is crazy. Yeah, ran up his fucking place. But yeah, the 50 and Jada fucking Jadakiss Savage, 50 Savage, but that's another scenario where they're going back and forth, and Jada probably at that point had more to gain from that. 50's a different case. 50's different,
bro. 50
man had venom.
Bro. 50 kills you on a professional level.
Yeah,
bro. That's aftermath. They're like, you know what, career's over.
I mean, but back in the day, though, I will say he does diss people on Instagram like crazy, and it's very entertaining. But he is somebody that would stand behind the art in that way, where you would get tracks. Him going back and forth with Cameron, him going back and forth with Fat Joe, him talking about Murder Inc. I smell pussy. Is that you?
I love it.
Yeah, he was vicious. But here, let's go ahead and get into these videos and stuff like that and round it out for the night. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, everybody on Twitter, everybody on Instagram. I appreciate the traffic over on Instagram. You guys did get a little busy tonight. Thank you for that. And everybody on YouTube as well. Let me know, by the way, any feedback on YouTube is appreciated, because, like I said, I am worried about a little bit of shadow banning over there. They've been fucking with your boy a little bit. So let me know what you're seeing out there in the YouTube streets. And then other than that, like I said, just make sure you subscribe, show some love, share this thing with somebody that likes sports, wants to get in here and chop it up on some sports and argue with us. Tell Paul he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Tua's barely even fucking man height. Why the fuck are we going to pay him $50 million?
Top 5 quarterback.
Michael Penix, here we come.
Bro, just don't do that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, let them know where they can find us. Basically, we're gonna get into plenty of hip hop conversations. We'll get into politics. We have real conversations here, and we love y'all for supporting. We appreciate it seriously. This video,
where are you from?
I don't know where you're gonna land.
India? Yes. What, you too?
Yeah.
How long have you been walking? All day?
All day.
Did you fly into Mexico and then walk the rest?
Walk.
But where did you fly into?
What?
Where did you fly into? What city?
No, only walking.
How do you walk from India?
There's a land bridge.
Are you from India too?
Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan. Pakistan?
Yeah,
Pakistan? Bangladesh. Okay. And how?
Brother.
Okay.
Yeah, Pakistanis were deep up in that bitch.
Well,
and just know, by the way, we are in Mexico right now, supposedly filming this.
That's a wall.
So I wanted to ask you, and just so you guys in the comments, let me know how you feel. How do you feel when you hear about people from other countries other than Mexico in this immigration stuff? I've heard it a lot and thrown around.
I've seen it a lot. I've heard it a lot.
So I'm curious how you guys kind of take that, if that adds any kind of I don't know, hysteria to the issue. But obviously we have a immigrant issue at the border, and I found this video interesting because she was actually talking to people and they were saying where they're from. So here we are.
Did you guys fly into Mexico and then walk in the rest of the way? Walk? How did you get from Pakistan over to here?
Oh, yeah, they don't know about the Karens, boy. They were walking. They thought they were about to get a ride, and they got slapped with a Karen upside their fucking head.
Bro, there's something like, bro, we've never had a woman talk to us like
they're
this.
like, please, a fucking ride. They're just seeing the car running. They're probably sipping out of fucking Yetis.
Like, we've been walking forever, man. Please.
They're just waiting for her to offer.
Please help.
They're just hanging around like awkwardly, like,
bro.
just
She called the cops 20 minutes ago.
Just trying to keep them there.
Bro.
My boy's just walking from India. That's inspirational.
Is on the way, buddy.
No, that is inspirational for real. Anything's possible. You can do it too.
You're from Pakistan too?
Yeah.
Oh, India?
India, Punjab.
India?
I mean, couldn't you walk from India to go through Russia? Like through that way, hit Alaska.
On, these people did not fucking
in Alaska,
stop.
And then
listen, you don't have to excuse these. We were talking about being captured by ideology. We don't have to agree with them, brother. This is a little wild.
No, this is horrible.
They didn't walk, and then why won't they tell? Like, do they genuinely not understand what she's saying when she says, "Did you fly?" Or are they refusing to answer that question for some reason? I don't know.
That's a great.
Yeah,
question.
we ran into some of your friends over there.
Some of their friends. They might not even know them, lady.
Yeah, this way.
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
it is.
Oh, thank you. They said thank you.
They're like, "Fuck you, I'll get deported. Fuck this. This is what it's like."
Yeah.
They should just have her stand at the fucking holes in the wall. Just ask questions. People will turn right the fuck around.
One of them asks, "Where's Statue of Liberty?"
More this way? 10 more?
15.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay,
It's
five.
like, if I tell you where they're at, will you give me a fucking ride? Please.
Yeah, I don't think they know English too much.
Yeah.
He was doing he was doing sign language.
He was acting it out. Damn.
Yeah, playing charades.
Yeah, we're just kind of obviously.
What else can you do? Yeah.
Well, obviously, we don't know, but yeah, one thing that did confuse me why they refused to answer, because they did know they were able to communicate about anything.
All
else.
they said was just walk.
Yeah,
they said we walked.
Well, Andy's like,
we walked.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fly doesn't like. Did you guys
they
fly?
should
It
know.
doesn't- Yeah, I feel like they at least should know that she's asking you a question that walk is not.
Bro, she should have grabbed her husband's phone. Okay, and
We
then
needed to see what she looked like.
and then did the map and said, okay, India is here.
Maybe.
Okay,
No, I
we're
mean, that's
here. How the fuck did you
That's actually a good point.
get across?
She probably should have said fuck the language
Yeah.
barrier. Let's get into
Pictures.
some visual stuff. Like our boy that was like, I'm gonna act it out.
10, 5, 5.
No, yeah, that's
You got 15 more walking.
Oh yeah, dude, you're right. Maybe that was like adding number. Oh shit.
Bro, he's like,
Yeah.
we're
deep.
We're deep
Yeah,
out here, bro. Hey,
He's like, bitch, you don't want to fuck with us, okay?
keep talking, and we're going to take the truck.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hey, but that's one thing. Also, give these guys they were super fucking
Bro,
people.
you see what I mean, guys? They're just nice people.
These are nice
here. They're not
Yeah.
terrorists.
Yeah, none of these
Who
guys
knows
were terrorists.
Where they came from?
Yeah, none
But
of these guys were
They
definitely
were nice. They didn't attack her. They didn't call her names.
They also didn't immediately walk away, but I think part of
Yeah.
that was once again like they're
Wanting
like,
a ride.
Let me get a ride, please.
Okay.
They Pakistani and Bangladeshi dudes trying to speak Spanish to get to the U.S.
Bro,
Has
that's
got
hilarious.
to be a movie.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
they think this lady's fucking Mexican.
But buddy, we do not know. A lot of Americans they don't know the difference between
Yeah.
any of it. But I have seen the videos of like all these people like you have like the one video how like 20 Chinese, like again they said Chinese, the video,
Yeah.
the caption.
Well, but these
I don't
guys
know.
are at least
They
claiming.
were
But I mean, but they may
these
have-
people they
Yeah.
are just Asian
No, but I-
walking through the border, and it was like a little crack in the side, and it's like, how the fuck y'all get there, and why are you there? And it's like, well, maybe our smugglers all around the world just say, hey, listen, get you to the southern border, you're on your own.
Oh yeah, hey,
And
definitely could be a thing.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the possibility that these are like fucking spies and shit? That's some of what people
Some
think.
bad spies.
Yeah.
Where are they spying down there?
I mean, but they did think about how little information they gave her. They gave her a straight lie and refused to answer her questions.
They say we walk.
They're the best spies.
That's true. That's true.
They're just gonna be like, "Where's the fucking bombs at?" I walk. I walk.
but really, if you wanted to get them there faster, like the DC or some more important, you could have just sent them on a ship straight, probably like
Saw what happened to that
straight-
bridge, brother.
like straight across to like the Maryland coast. Wait, is Maryland on the coast there, or is it Virginia?
Maryland is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Maryland coast, boom, and then they walk from there over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about drop them off in America, where like, I mean, theoretically, there's whatever kind of like,
Coast Guard.
yeah, Coast Guard, fucking, what the fucking Port Authority.
But they just fucking ship them in
I
cargo
feel you. No,
containers.
but I think that's probably happening too. I think that's probably all.
well, that's where I would say a spy would be.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I don't know. I've always said like
Seems a little more
like if I'm in a shit place, for example, let's say Florida and a few other states decide, hey, listen, we're gonna secede from America. We're gonna become our own country. Borders.
Yeah.
And then America says fine. And then you got 2 weeks. If you want to come to America, you got 2 weeks. But then the South says no, you can't leave. I would definitely try to smuggle my way into America. I would definitely be like, all right, well, I can't live under this rule.
Really?
Like yeah, I couldn't deal with the whole tyranny act of if you're not what we say, then no.
How do you know that's what Florida would be like?
Come on.
Well, you're funny.
Come on. Let's be real here.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be an interesting place to be.
We pass the most obnoxious things like the TikTok ban for 14-year-olds and younger.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
Like, oh man, how are we going to police that one?
Texas made it where you couldn't get watch porn if you didn't like verify your ID.
So okay, let me ask you this question.
Would I leave?
No. A 12-year-old kid wants to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. He lies and says he's 16.
Okay.
He gets caught. What's the punishment?
Oof.
Probation, jail time for the kid. So the kid for being a dumb kid because he wants to be on TikTok, or the parents? Does TikTok get sued? How does this work? How are you policing it, or is it just a publicity stunt for just something to say?
Well, because I think that could be a thing. I mean, so hold on. Let's engage with your initial thoughts. Like, how do you enforce it? So, and you're saying not even how you enforce it, but after they get caught, actually, what would you do? Yeah, that's a good question. I think so. Like some people that get caught doing crimes, they are able to limit their like access in general. So like people that get caught with, like I said, like CP, shit like that, where they're like barred from being on the internet or people, things like that.
But you're gonna do that to a kid? So a 12-year-old.
How to enforce it?
I know. But then that's my thing about the emotional versus policy, right? From earlier. There is a emotional way to say, hey, I don't like this, so I want to do this. And then there's okay, well, what's the reality? You're going to give a 12-year-old a fucking record because he wanted to go watch fucking TikTok videos? Yeah. And then what are you really afraid of on TikTok?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Is it that there's an other way of seeing the world? Because that's a lot of people just get decent information from TikTok. Now, again, there's a whole bunch of things, but I mean, come on, man.
Okay, hold on. Do you think
I've never seen a
let me
penis.
let me ask you a question. Do you think there's any validity to there being paranoia around this social media company being owned by a, let's just say, different country to start out with in general, just different country?
Okay.
How much concern do you have over that?
15.
Okay.
10-15%.
Okay. So
I can understand the concern.
Okay, now real quick. Now let's say that is China.
But I also own an LG. No.
Yeah.
I own a Sony PlayStation. Okay. I drive a Kia.
Do you have any paranoia around using these devices, or are you completely cool with it?
I'm completely cool with it. So, which is my point.
Okay, so but then like I said, let's I don't know where Kias are made.
South Korea.
Okay. So
well, they're now their plants are here, but yeah, Kia stands for, interesting fact. You learn it when you sell Kias. Kia stands for rise out of Korea.
Oh, nice.
Because they wanted to grow beyond South Korea.
Rise out of Korea.
Yep.
How the fuck does Kia mean that?
That's I don't know.
Okay. Either way, let's not ask too many questions. It was a beautiful thing you just said.
I'm what we were told.
So, well, I mean, and people have Samsungs and stuff like that. But one thing I want to say. So, like I said, I already kind of I followed up on the question with, now let's say it's China, let's say it's Russia, let's say it's somebody who's a direct adversary to
Russia. You tickled my button.
There you go. Okay, let's say it's Russia.
I don't trust nothing from Russia. I don't trust nothing.
Well, okay, how do you feel about us banning like an app that would be from Russia? Because, and let's just say that the reasoning is because it's Russian. That's the reason.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure. Answer my question with the question.
On top of, yes, please. I'm sorry. I know it's rude, but it's also part of inquiring, right?
Please.
Why would you want to ban it? Misinformation?
No, well, I mean, it could be misinformation. I think that the amount of rights wouldn't be the word, but I guess the amount of privacy that people give up to these sites, and even American ran ones, and I think that's fair criticism of American ran tech companies as well.
But you can trust America more.
Well, I mean,
right? But theoretically speaking,
yeah, I'm not even saying that you can, because they're selling your data for sure. They're doing all that, but it's not as, at least we hope, unless they are sympathizers or defectors from our country, it's not going to be held against us in like a security aspect. So this could be viewed as like a homeland security threat. So, like for example, like with I remember when like filters were first starting to be a thing.
Oh my god!
And I know
every filter was you giving China or Russia your face.
Well, and your face, but then also like the layout of your house. And shit. I bought into all that. I was like, that's a little
crazy. I get it too. I'm paranoid about shit. But can I?
Yeah, bro. It took me like 3 years to throw the dog filter on.
But look,
been a dog.
2K will not get my face. No, for real though, like. What's the difference between that and a president owning or a former president owning a social media site? And Trump and Truth Social.
Well, I guess it goes with America.
Is that not a way of misinformation or narrative or propaganda? Is that not a way when that person has a history of working with for someone like Putin or Saudi princes and push narratives? So I'm not saying that's that,
but you get the benefit of the doubt, basically.
Right, and I get that.
It's like innocent until proven guilty. You're an American, so there's like I said, unless we're gonna just assume somebody is gonna work against the best interest of the country in that way, I think it's either that or you got to shut it down altogether. So then we start to get in a conversation where it's like, okay, so nobody can own it, I guess, or you just can't be in office.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I want to necessarily be against the Russia one, okay? Because again, like
you wouldn't be against it,
correct? Is it owned by the Kremlin or just a Russian tech company? Is it that's just like TikTok? Is it owned by the Chinese government or is it owned by a Chinese tech company? You know what I mean? So I think there's a difference in that. Is there a way that yes, you monitor it because it's foreign, right? And you monitor it because it's any type of commerce and it's any type of business and it's tech. Yeah. And if they're taking identity, if they're doing shit like that, then yes, then you come down and you ban it.
Yeah.
Is TikTok doing that?
So, but also your question though that you had for the child or about the child, really, like, hey, how are you going to enforce that? I think to a certain extent there probably is that concern as well, like something that is ran outside of the country in Russia and then imported here through technology. You probably worry about how much oversight you honestly have into those companies. Like, to be honest, I would be pretty confident in saying that, like, in most of these tech companies, you probably have people that work there. This is wild to even think, but that are probably government employees.
Okay.
Taking information as well, but like probably are like fucking like central intelligence agencies.
Well, yeah, and then you have spies from every country doing this shit again.
You're right on that too.
It's all there. But again, what would be the difference between, again, man, Apple has their products made where? Overseas in China or Vietnam or wherever, right? And we have VR. So what's the difference in them being that factory or wherever it's being manufactured, right? Being corrupt with that nation's government, and then they're putting things in the VR to where they're able to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So there's all these things that I don't know. When you start getting into restricting companies just being a thing, it's kind of hard. Like that's such a weird way of governing, I guess, because where do you draw the line? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I gotta read these comments.
Yeah, go.
Brother, just because they've been here for a minute. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize how funny this one was. So this is when you were saying that you were gonna leave Florida, I believe. You said you gotta stay with those Salt Life boys.
Nah, bro.
You beat their ass with a Thor hammer made of Legos, which I read earlier and chuckled because honestly, that just seems like that'd be actually kind of fun to do, just to see it explode. Not to hurt anybody, but just so it explodes. Yeah. The Chinese, so that was probably when we were talking about TikTok and stuff like that. So that flew, I'm assuming that you're saying that that's kind of like the distinction that you would make is like, that TikTok is ran by the Chinese and that's where it becomes, maybe extra problematic. And then the last comment here, CAPTCHAs are just you helping train AI as well.
Ooh.
So for your replacement.
Isn't that weird that like, okay, so now when you go to do something like sign in somewhere, they'll give you an email, right?
Yeah.
If you open up that email and you go back, it gives you the code that is sent in the email. Like if like, so like it does it for like PlayStation. Like I sign in on my phone, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, and it says, okay, like you're saying, like the iPhone says, this is the code that you are getting.
Yeah, and it's an email. Like I can understand when the text message drops down, but now you're able to tell the email.
Yeah, it's facts.
And it's like,
but I will say I love that.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome. When
Thank you so much. But it's also like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You're reading my emails. Well, you're reading my emails. That's what that means.
Yeah, well, and that's
like, give me a break.
And when you say like, thank you for that,
chill out.
That's a great point because it's like sometimes we are willing to sacrifice, like maybe what we feel a little bit gross about. Just for the convenience of it, we're like, fuck, that's awesome. Yeah,
bro. YouTube search. Okay.
I
obviously it's draft season, so I watch a lot of film during this time just because it's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So now when I type CH, right?
Yeah.
A name of a college football player will pop up and like highlights. And it's like, all right.
Even
like,
if it's somebody you haven't looked at before.
Right.
Nice.
Like it's starting to know, like, all right, this is what you're looking for. And it's like, see, like, and we know that's the shit that goes on, but it's just like, yeah, everything is like these AIs. We know about it. We keep it on us at all fucking times. Okay. We love it. It is our fucking, like, we are more than addicted.
Yeah. I'll say that shit that you're talking about. I definitely, I love that. I honestly, I haven't. But I'm thinking about, I haven't even really been that critical of it. Like I didn't even think about it.
Bro,
like
cookies are wild. Like we're gonna just take all your data, all your information, and use it to send you ads.
This guy jacks off a lot. All right, next video.
But IG shit, like you start seeing ads of shit that you've been buying or talking about. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. This is just relevant.
Don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up on you. Even if you're depressed right now, don't ever give up on you. Even if you're going through addiction, even if you don't know who you are right now, don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up.
Okay, so I'd love it. But
I agree with
what was the point of spilling the cereal?
So people would watch it, brother.
Right.
So people
captivating.
Yeah.
Got your attention?
If he
now don't give up.
If he was just yelling, never give up on you, do you think he would watch? I mean, I might watch that. If he was still in public, I think him doing it in public already gives it that level of like, what the fuck is going on? This guy's yelling in the middle of Walmart.
So let me ask you, you're at Walmart shopping.
Oh,
okay. And you see that. Are you rolling your eyes? Are you gonna be like, come the fuck on, man? Are you coming?
Okay, so
come the fuck on, man.
I'm probably laughing at that. I think now, if I was working there, oh god, I'd be fucking so upset. I'd be so upset.
You clean it. You bring him a broom, just hand it to him when he's done. Be like,
I would personalize what he's doing right here, and the whole never give up message. I would say, fuck that message. You just pissed me off.
Yeah. I work at Walmart,
and I'd be like, this is disrespectful. Really, anywhere. If somebody did this, I'd be like, this is disrespectful, because you get kind of like, you start to develop a little bit of like an ownership of the space that you're in, you know, all the time. Like you probably have of like your work truck, for example, right? So it's like somebody comes in, they're just like fucking around in your work truck. You're gonna take an issue with that.
Alone.
You're gonna have an issue with that.
Don't dump cereal. In my
imagine if they got the back of your work truck and just dumped
cereal. I'll be like,
and they're just like, never give up on you.
I'd be like, bro.
How'd you react?
I'd be like, bro, get the fuck out. Like I'd be like, pick up the shit.
Would you let him finish the video though? Because you hear his message. If you heard his message, would you let him finish the video?
No.
Okay.
On principle. I'd be like, bro, if you would have walked up to me and just be like, hey, bro, can I do this? I'd be like, by all means.
Wow, you would have let him.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
Okay. You would have let him pour milk all in the back of your fucking truck.
Not milk.
That's what he's doing.
Cereal.
It's milk. Did you not?
No.
On you, even if you're depressed right now, don't ever give up on you. Even if you're going through addiction, even if you don't know who you are right now, don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up on you. Even if you're depressed right now, don't ever give up on you.
So no, but if
so you don't care
if you're just such a dick that you just walk up and do it, like, no,
I get it. Okay,
I'm mad at you now.
Yeah, but then that's the thing.
I'm heartbroken by your lack of humanity.
We have talked
what
about
would Jesus
how
do?
much we hate those fake viral moments, though.
Right.
We want it to be real. We want the guy in the work truck to be like, "What the fuck did my day?" And then hopefully you square that up afterwards. But you want it to be real.
Well, if I'm part of it, then that's different. But if he's
but then that's fake. Then you just faked it for social media.
No. What I'm saying is, if part of the video is my reaction, then I understand.
Oh, it's definitely your reaction.
But if the video is just him just doing, because there is no reaction of an employee. If he's just saying, "Hey, I want to use your work,"
there is in the background. There is actually. It's just kind of hard for us to see because it's a small screen. But
I was gonna say, like if it's just like him just wanting to make a video and use my van as a prop. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, he decided to use Walmart as a prop, and there's more people to clean that up anyways.
Yeah, fake viral is not good viral.
No, I don't like that.
It's
just dishonest too.
No one likes cheap.
All right, so I don't know what the.
This I actually meant to put in for the creeps of the week, so I apologize. Deepest and most sincere apologies for not including this. It's not the guy in the forefront of the video, obviously. It's more the guy responsible for what's going on in the back of the video.
Fuck they're doing over here, but they turned this.
Yeah, just
Oh well, no. What's this?
Well, he says they turned him into a cat.
7 days after.
Yep, 7 days after his transformation.
Do not let Parker see this.
Why do you say that?
Dude, because he always like.
Your son's talking about fucking plastic surgery already?
No, man. He just loves cats too much. And you used to say that that
if I could be a cat, I would.
Yeah. And it's like, bro,
You can. Yeah, now,
chill out.
This would show him that he could be. All right. Yeah, you can only imagine what they're gonna do with all that skin. Oh my god, fucking nightmares, guys. Yeah, just so we all know we're gonna have the same nightmare tonight.
What if your spouse just came home one day
Looking like that?
without telling you, just changed their face up?
Looking like a fucking
just
an old drawing on a scroll of an Asian person?
Just change their face completely.
Yeah.
I'd be not a happy person.
Yeah, no,
that's
they went a little overboard with the lift on that facelift. You feel me? You lifted it a little bit too far. All right, so there's that one. Yeah, what the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's like, get rid of all this. Okay, well, now you're a fucking child.
What in the?
Now you're a child's doll.
I just don't know why people think it looks good.
Yeah, would you ever get plastic surgery? I'm wondering. Is there anything? What if you lost your hair? Okay, so no hair transplants.
No, bro. I'm
with you on that.
I'm a natural. My look is for Nat. You know, I'm natural.
It's all natty. Okay. If anybody was wondering if Paul was natural.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like plastic surgery. I don't like it.
After seeing Paul's arms on this podcast, if you were wondering if he was natural or not, he's natty.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Plates and dates. You can chill the fuck out, all right? Go ahead and cancel the video, buddy.
No.
Because he's natty. All right. So get off his fucking back.
Listen. I can understand when like the girls get like insecure about like boobs and like want to get like stuff, but like with the face, with like butt, eyes, with all of it, like I just don't like it. Like I understand when people who like have like a thyroid issue or PCOS, like they want to get the where their stomach gets shrunk and then they can like lose some weight. Like I can I can get that, but when people change their entire appearance like that, it's just, I think it's one, not mentally healthy.
Yeah,
I think you're just putting a band-aid on a bullet wound there. And then where does it stop? Because I think a lot of the times people keep going because they're never satisfied with it, and you're never going to be.
Some of the plastic surgery.
My wife has worked with people that like they would do like the face injections, the lip injections, every like week or two in the fucking office, and it's like a bunch of them. Yeah, and it's like, so why in the? And it was like a group of females, and it's like, why?
Yeah,
and it's like the one's husband kept getting pissed. I'm like, I told her, so listen, I'd be pissed off too. Like grounds are like leaving, like
until she shows what that mouth does, and you go ahead and you relax a little bit.
It's a sign of disrespect, bro. I don't know.
Sign of disrespect,
bro.
Don't change my bitch's face, okay? You gotta understand.
Hey, listen, man. Like natural's beauty. Like I think a natural body is what beauty is. That's art. That's nature's art.
Sometimes it's not beautiful though, right?
No, everyone's beautiful in their own way, right?
I think it's okay to say sometimes it's not beautiful. People lie.
Well,
true, right?
I mean, sure, maybe.
Holy fuck! I mean, I wouldn't expect anybody to see me butt ass naked and be like, "Oh, that's beautiful."
No, I mean, again, but I expect your spouse to. I don't expect your spouse. I don't expect your spouse to look at you and be like, "What did I do?"
Naked and be like,
Why am I? No,
but you don't have to go that far. See, it's not one or the other, Paul. It's not. Oh my god, I'm fucking traumatized, or oh my god, just everything natural is just fucking beautiful. Just sometimes that's just not a beautiful part of the person is their fucking whole butt ass naked body. I'm gonna be honest, Paul. I'm assuming if you were butt ass naked, it would be fucking gross.
You don't have to like me naked. It's not for you.
Well, exactly. But the thing is, but then it's not beautiful. If me and you looked at a fucking sunset,
beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, sir.
Bro, if we looked at a sunset, if we would, okay, and that's fine. But I'm saying your body, brother.
Do you think Florida's a beautiful state?
I don't even want you to. I don't want. No, this is the thing.
Do you think Florida's beautiful?
If this is the confidence you have, and whatever, Lauren, good job. You know what I mean? You built this man's confidence to a state of delusion. But
is Florida beautiful to you?
Yeah,
because it's not to me. I don't find it
wrong.
I like the water, sure, beautiful.
Exactly,
water's beautiful,
right.
sure. But the state
closed.
in all is not. The trees are fucking hideous. Okay, it's just man.
Okay,
but
anyway, all right.
But again,
fair enough.
my
Aren't you from here?
Fuck yeah, I'm a native, baby.
Whatever, right?
Okay,
Just shit on
I like
your
the
own
mountains. That's what I like.
Okay, that's also very nice. But it's also nice when you get to fucking leave the mountains and it's not fucking freezing cold when you go back to wherever you live. Maybe
one day I'll find out.
Okay,
maybe I'll get tired of it.
Oh, you're planning on going to the mountain?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, brother.
Fuck this place.
Yeah.
I'm outie. Especially if they move to strike IVF, because that's the only way we'll be able to expand the fam. So fuck out. But anyways,
I feel that.
Again, I think that if you want to change in your life, like there's a natural way of going about it, and that's the right way to change your entire face up. And again, and I think the doctors that do it are kind of sick. Like,
yeah,
come on, man. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, but
like you're capitalizing on sick health, on sick mental health.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Okay, so I mean, how do you feel about? I mean, bring us to the trans issue. People that are doctors are cutting dicks and pussies up, and
I don't know if that's
so it's
necessarily. I get where you
I
get
think
that.
either way,
That's a good little gotcha thing.
yeah. Well,
but,
no. Well, I think.
I feel you.
Well, I think either way, you would consider that to be a thing where, even if you're going to, say like, hey, when somebody decides to transition, people still say that this is harsh language, and some people would. I think some people would disagree with this, but they agree with the general statement, which people would say that they're mentally ill. And even if you don't like that word, then I think most people, even pro-trans people, would say that there's some level of like body dysmorphia happening. So that is that.
Yep.
So like I said, if you want to stick away from that, fine. Let's get more specific and granular with the subject and say body dysmorphia. So then at that point, some people would say the way to treat body dysmorphia is by those procedures that we were just talking about. So like getting somebody that feels like they're a woman, but they have a penis, that's going to be a pussy now. So, you know, I don't know. So is it possible that somebody is like sad with their appearance that has some effect on their mental state, that a way to maybe perhaps treat that is make whatever's on the outside more, I don't know, conducive to making them feel confident about themselves or whatever.
But
when it goes bad, it's bad, and I agree with you.
Yeah, but
Iggy Azalea also had plastic surgery.
But I feel,
Nicki Minaj also had plastic surgery.
Yeah, but
Cardi B also had plastic surgery. These are just ladies that come to mind.
Again, but I think that it's again like you're looking at an insecurity issue versus an identity issue. You know what I mean? So and I won't even say issue, but it is an insecurity. So I feel as if I do this, the acceptance would be there. I will feel more secure, and it will fix this, and this. And you see a lot of times like that one nose job doesn't just do it.
Sure.
Right now, again, I don't like my nose.
Okay.
Like I hate the way my nose is real thin. Okay. I don't like it, but I don't think I'd ever get surgery on it.
Yeah.
Now, when people do their teeth, again, that's another one where it's like that's a new kick. Yeah, I have a gap in my teeth. I personally like it. It makes me who I am. That's one of my unique traits. But I get where people just want, hey, I just want this perfect smile, and they get their old teeth done. Again, I get it, but
how much of that do you think? Okay,
I'm not trying
to call you a broke boy, Paul. But hold on. Okay, so here, listen.
But you're right.
No, that's what if part of the decision wasn't like, wow, getting veneers would be insanely expensive. Like, that'd be expensive as fuck. It's not even, I agree with you. I wouldn't want to change my teeth. I like my smile. I like my teeth, all that. But it's like, I'm not even really financially in a position to even be making the decision to get those in the first place. So I guess, it's nice to just say,
I'm getting caps, golds, baby.
I got a gold tooth back here.
Let's go.
Yeah. So,
permanent.
Yeah, I got a root canal though. That's why I got mine. But yeah, legitimately, I think that I don't know. It's tough to say, man. It's kind of like, I know you share my sentiment as far as this goes on a lot of things, which is if you're not hurting anybody, then I mean you kind of should be allowed to do what you want with your body.
Yeah, you're right.
I do agree that I just
don't like it for my wife or my daughter.
No, and I feel you on that. There's been some the cases that I've seen that have been botched have been enough for me to say I wouldn't want to fuck with that on my own. I would hope that none of my family members would do that. But obviously we see cases where it works out fine, and like women have giant asses put in that look great, and they get their fucking waist shrunk to anime size, and their body, and honestly, and they look great.
Sure.
But there's a risk that comes with that, and also that's a different look. And I understand also what you were saying earlier about there being beauty to just like a natural look. I definitely get that with like women as that being like what I'm attracted to. So, when I'm like judging myself and being like, well, that thing's not attractive. I mean, a male figure wouldn't be attractive to me anyway. So
well, yeah, again,
that's what I'm saying. So because my criticism, I'm basically trying to be reasonable with my criticism of your idea in the first place. So it's like, maybe I wasn't, thinking about it correctly, basically. So yeah, just want to give you credit on that. Here, our last couple videos here. This will just be if y'all have been watching the last few weeks, I've been trying to slip these in. I come across these Insta rappers. and I feel inspired when I see what they're doing, honestly. And I like to go ahead and ask you guys, the audience, and ask Paul, whoever we have sitting in here with us, what they think and who's the freestyle rapper of the week. So we'll go ahead and start.
It ain't easy being from the streets. Will you see the penitentiary or will you stay free? Sometimes I look up in the sky and I wonder why there's so much pain. It ain't easy.
So that's Tupac.
It ain't easy.
Yeah.
Being from the streets, will you see the penitentiary?
I low-key, I think he was just like, I just need some audio to just fuck around and play around with his editing software.
It ain't easy being from the streets. Will you see the penitentiary?
That's the iPhone update. I'm gonna be honest. That's not even editing software.
Penitentiary.
That's not the software.
In his head,
he went crazy.
It sounded fucking smooth.
No, yeah. No, he was
bat penitentiary. That was fucking. It ain't easy. Penitentiary.
He didn't have the strength of his voice that Tupac had when he says penitentiary. This was a little weaker. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then here is our second freestyle rapper of the week. Here we go.
Come for me, cause only God can humble me. When I walk into a room, don't give a fuck what they assume. Cause सोच बड़ी ना कपड़ों के आगे चिंगल लड़के उनको ये धागे मेरे क्रॉप टॉप मेरी डोन जीन देखी क्यों मुंह बना रही करेगी ना यहाँ से आगे I'm a being do me.
Yeah. No,
she's cheating because I don't know if those are real words, but it sounded good. Because I freestyle, I kind of do that too, where like I stumble because I'll be spitting fire for a little bit, then like for like 4 bars, and then it's just the rest of it is just fucking fall apart. Words just turn into fucking jumbles. So she could have been cheating.
I wonder where she's at. She might be right around the border.
She was kind of. Come on. She was kind of
the border right there. Yeah, right before she took the trip across the fucking river.
But she really, I think her influence is Cardi B.
She definitely has a heavy Cardi B influence. Cardi B so bad. But yeah, she's like
she wins that battle.
Yeah, she murdered that. The top comment, Curry B. This is the thing I fucked up.
Curry B.
Next week I'll get this right. With I was just enjoying this conversation with Flu here and Paul. I actually had the comments like I had saved. Like, look at these fucking notes. I played myself. Yeah, I had the comments for all these because you weren't on the podcast Saturday, but I did this with Smooth. I actually really enjoyed it. I saved the video in the separate tab, so I was able to go back and look at the comments. And some of the comments were fucking
bro. I love comment section.
So this one probably isn't even going to be the craziest because she did her thing. She low key sounds like Cardi B. Nicki
What's the corset
Minaj
outside the shirt? That's different.
The corset outside the shirt is a bold move. Yeah. How do you feel about corsets? You think that's hating yourself? Cardi G. Pooja, what is this behavior? I don't know. I might have said a bad word. She's got potential. I don't get the hate. Yeah. I think she honestly had potential too. Someone really said deadlift. You know what? Chai Spice. God. Okay. Yeah. You know the vibes.
All right.
Mona Lisa bouncing.
She wasn't bad, bro.
No, she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad. And then also I think just seeing this, I really don't know what's going on. Where are they at?
The crowd behind her is not hype enough. Like how are you not vibing, bro? They're just all standing. You got one guy. One guy kind of bob.
That's her boyfriend probably.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, baby. Oh my God, going crazy. Yeah, she went crazy. She did go crazy. We don't know what the fuck she said at the end. I don't know. It sounded like she might have been spitting Spanish for a second. She might have spoke a few different languages on us. Nicki Munchbox.
Jesus,
I know a bad bitch when I see one. Yeah, usually I'm surprised they didn't defile her more, to be honest, in the comments. But it was, from what I saw, it was mostly support.
Hey, anti-bullying campaign.
Yeah, stop bullying. There's no reason. We have a few more videos, but I'm going to save that for another pod that I'm going to do maybe this week or whatever. I might save them for even next week if we do Tuesday. But every Tuesday, 6 p.m., you can lock in here with us, Sitting Politicking. You can find me, Sitting Politic, everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, all platforms, Spotify, Apple. We're dropping on all those things. Go support us over there. Support us on YouTube where they're bullshitting the most. We put the most work in on there originally. Gave you fucking so much free content. Fuck you, YouTube.
A lot.
So much free content for the free ski. Just because we were building it up, and then they want to cut your boy down at the knees. But go support over there, and at least until they delete the page. And then Twitter, like I said, Twitter, you can get in contact with me directly. Instagram as well. Thank you guys for supporting on Instagram. That was dope to see more of you guys hop in here today. And then also Paul B. Balcom B. Paul on Instagram X, or no, Twitter X. Find him on there. Like I said, a lot of good football conversations. I've seen a lot of political conversations you get into. And I just appreciate your passion on there. Appreciate you kicking it with me and your passion here today.
Thanks, guys.
Take it easy on your kid, man. Take it easy on Parker.
Oh my God. Love it.
But no, hey, go check out all the content. We had a good conversation today. So if you missed anything, a lot of video reactions. We got into a lot of different kind of topics. So make sure you check it out. Watch the video. Share it with your friends. Share it with your mom. Share it with your grandma. Anybody that's around the kitchen table.